I'm hitting the button. We live. Well, almost. Okay, we live. All right. What's up, y'all? Listen, we are running late, so we just gonna go ahead and jump into this. We are queued up at the beginning of the reunion. And like we had to do last week, because we're not gonna disrespect the Chase of Reality platform, we're not gonna stream it. So we're gonna be muted while we're watching it, and we'll come in and we'll talk about what's going on. What I can tell you is that where the episode begins is my cameo where Andre walks off and I am behind him, and we have our whole Ayala Van Zant moment. Now, I know what happened, but I don't know what they are showing. So, with that being said, I am muting and I am hitting the play button.
Somebody let me know if they can hear. Did you put it on both channels or is it just on
Yeah, it's
yours?
on your channel too.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't look. Some kind of content creator I am, or at least I didn't even look at the thing. Fix it, Holy Ghost. There's a lot of music. I want to fast forward through this part, the countdown.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I had queued it all the way to the girl. They got the whole cameo of me talking to Andre, girl. They all had a whole conversation, but they got enough of it, child.
Okay. Come on, fabulous people. Hey, Baby Faith. Hey, Mystic Rain, Lemmy Kush, Miss Sharon, Lady V, Soulful Dog. You just finished it. It was a lot. Listen.
Abby, we can hear you.
Listen. I should have had headphones for this. This was too much trying to watch the football game and chasing LA reunion. Not you had to get a drink, baby. Listen, water. Yes, yes, husband. We started from the beginning. Come on, really? You better talk him off the ledge.
Listen, Kenneth. Listen, you ain't never lied.
Listen,
You ain't never lied. It was listen. It was listen. The chat, the actual chasing LA chat.
it's a mess. Listen,
They cutting up in the chat, Abby.
a little bit. They trying to blame TTB. People just nasty.
Why they
Quentin
blaming
was like, who
you?
would like I guess during the family segment, who wanted like a wedding slash family spinoff for Hershey, and people was being real nasty in the chat. Talk about we don't care, he boring,
Oh,
no.
that's terrible.
That's terrible because I personally would want to see it
I would
myself.
love to see it. Yeah, Flip Virgo. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, yeah,
Hey, Flip.
absolutely. Oh, Babyface said chasing the chat was shady. Ooh.
It was mad. It listen. Oh, I need to scroll back to the beginning of when this chat started. Cause cause when King Pay said if you not a cokehead, then you shouldn't been offended by what I had to say. He said I ain't put a name on it. I just talked about people cokehead. So if you're not a cokehead, then you shouldn't be offended by anything that I said. I said, yeah, if y'all could have seen my face, if y'all could have seen my face, like I froze. I said, oh, baby.
I agree, Kenneth. That family segment I think was totally disrespectful the way it was handled. And I agree. They probably should have pulled some people off the stage for the family segment. I agree with that. I agree.
I don't know. I don't know what me and Mark be on, baby. King Pay and Loretta and Andre and old boy in the brown shirt. That's where we at.
Yeah, I don't. I'm ahead of y'all, but that's where Abby. Yeah, my cameo, brother Jonathan. My cameo is where we are. Love. I was trying. Listen, you see, I couldn't even get in. I was trying to get a word in. Andre wouldn't
He
let
was
me.
like, now what do we say? Breathe deep. Go
I was
ahead.
trying to really have my Ayala Van Zant moment with him, but it was fun. Andre was giving us a moment. He knew what he was
As
doing.
always.
Miss Vegas was doing too much. He
Also,
was.
Poetic was doing the most for no reason.
Poetic
He
was
did
doing a lot too, but
he was
Jayla
doing
was doing a lot.
he was doing a lot. And then when he asked William the baddest a question, and then William tried to explain and answer the question, then he was yelling over top of him. Well, if you're gonna ask the boy the question, shut up long enough to hear the answer.
Right. And for as much as I'm not a William the Baddest fan, I don't think when he said boy bye, I don't think he meant it in that way.
No,
Although I do think the conversation can be had where white people need to understand that there's certain things they can't say because it does have historical connection. But the way in which you were trying to get him to understand was never going to work because you were talking at him and not talking to him. The thing is, we can have race conversations, but it has to be respectful on both sides. That's my opinion.
listen, it was given boy is a white racist word. That's it's given very much a it don't matter what it's some people it don't matter what it is or what the situation is, they gonna find racism in it regardless of what happens. So even when that wasn't the intention, that was you reaching, you not stretching before you reach for it or nothing. There's some people who just they're gonna take it and drag it regardless of if that was what it actually was or not.
None of them were respectful to William. Well, William wasn't all that respectful to them either, but I do think that But I also think the way William walked in the room in that first scene was a lie. Ooh,
Yeah.
Flip Virgo. Ooh.
Poetic needs this energy throughout the season instead of being. Ain't he a married man now?
He
Wait.
met I's married
He's
now.
married now.
Did y'all see William call Rich a roach in the chat? I wasn't in the chat, so I don't know. Um, but this what I will say. Again, I know it's easy for us to go down that road. Oh, he said a witch. Oh, he called him a roach, called him a roach. Um, but everybody was calling Rich a roach. So
Big facts.
I mean,
I'm
that
big
was
money
literally his
rich.
name. That's what I mean. They were all calling him a roach. TT, King Payne called him a roach. Like they were all calling him a roach. So
Not King Payne came for TTB.
what? Well, I'm not surprised by that. What's up, D? Let me know if you want the link. If you want to come up, love. Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead of Abby. I'm on the part where William the Bad is now. Right. TTB said that him and King Payne are fine. Let's not start that. He said they're fine.
Okay. I mean, I say William shaped like a deep freezer.
Who said the man is shaped like a deep freezer?
Baby Faith said.
I'm not doing this with y'all. Listen, I'm not doing this with y'all tonight. Not the deep freezer. I'm not doing this. Yeah, so matter of fact, listen, let me just go and drop the link. Y'all come on up, child. I don't care. Y'all come on up. Cause I'm like I said, I'm in front of Abby. Mind you, King Payne snapped at me multiple times. It just wasn't shown. Well, King Payne was,
He
yeah,
was a. Everybody was a lot at that point. Listen.
yeah, especially on the other couch. But then Jeremy, Poetic, Rich. I would say the people that I feel like kept their cool the best was King Fly Eye, Hershey, and Nicole. I'm gonna have to say Nicole kept her calm.
Listen, Nicole said some shit I didn't even hear until I saw this playback. When who she said you want to go outside? Who you going outside with?
Oh, I missed that. Ooh,
Who you
that
going?
more like a refrigerator. What's up, D?
Oh my God, this reunion, y'all, was a lot. I needed a drink just to watch it.
Well, imagine. Listen,
Oh,
imagine
Imagine
you
being there in
sitting right
person.
there.
I
Yeah, Black King
see.
I fell asleep, y'all. He really did.
Give me a remote. Give me a remote. I told y'all after a couple people went live afterwards, and they had looked like they had been through the trenches. Now I know why.
What's up, the ghetto
Hey,
view?
ghetto
Hello.
here.
But you know,
That was the WWF.
part of the problem with shows like this, when you have reunions, if you weren't drama, then you don't really have a lot to contribute. And King Fly, I really didn't have a lot of drama this season, other than the 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 sweatshirt gate. Other than once him and Nicole talked about the shirt, he really wasn't in a lot of drama this season, which is a good
Mm-mm.
thing. But unfortunately, it made,
A bad thing too.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, so Abby is behind. Oh my God, that reunion.
Yeah, Abby is
Child.
Listen,
behind because we. I got my times wrong. I thought the reunion started at 8:30, but it started at 8. So we're behind. So I'm at the part where William the Baddest is talking to Poetic and stuff. And
That
Ebony,
they arguing right now for me.
who
Okay.
arguing?
Yeah, Poetic and William is
Okay, so
arguing
I'm
back
not
and
that
forth.
far ahead of her. I'm like maybe 5 minutes ahead of her.
Let me
I
go
was
back and watch it
surprised that
with
they
y'all.
showed the now TTB. You tell me, were you surprised that they left that part in there where Jeremy and Q got into it? I was surprised they put that in there. I mean, it made for great TV, but I was really surprised that they kept that in there.
Whoa, that was a lot. Jeremy had it with y'all, child.
Listen, Jeremy said, and but he wasn't wrong. He was not. I cannot tell you how many times they literally got up and stopped production. He wasn't wrong.
Oh
He
no,
was
no,
not
no.
wrong.
I agree with him in the chat. Like I said, it had to be very frustrating to be sitting there
Mhm.
and everybody taking breaks. Like that's craziness.
Let's start from the beginning. And you said nope, I wasn't. I was shocked they left the Twatson part.
T Watson, yeah.
What T Watson part? What I miss? Who T
With
Watson?
T Watson and Andre going back and forth.
Who was T Watson?
The he I guess he's on the production.
Oh, you know what? That must have happened after we left. Cause Evie, remember they said it got worse after we left. Cause I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh no, we were there when that happened. No, we were there when that happened. Soulful dog, do you want your face shown, baby? Cause I can see your face. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure if I put you up on screen. Hey, love,
Yeah.
How you doing?
welcome. I don't know if you've ever been on a panel on my
Hey.
channel before. Welcome.
No, we
Hey.
haven't. This is my first time. This is actually my first time showing my face too.
Oh.
Oh, you're handsome now. Look at you.
Thank you.
You know what? I agree. I agree. Anila, I
Uh,
hope I said your name right.
Angela.
Angela.
Oh, I just made up a
Angela
whole nother
Rashay.
name. I keep
Angela
on thinking
Richay.
about Anila from the TV show Child. After the reunion, I kind of want to see more William, not William the baddest, but you know what? I would be here for a William without. I would be here for a William, not a William the baddest too. I think
I
I would
am
be here
too.
for that.
Mm.
No, thank you. Return to sender. I don't want it.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't need the William the baddest. Like, I don't. I
The
need,
twerking and the money
yeah, I don't
suit
need all that
and the
extra. Because
yeah,
here's the
I agree.
reality of the situation, and I'm gonna just speak for myself. I ain't gonna speak for nobody else. Because this did come out after Bad Boys, I wasn't interested in hearing anything he had to say because I was like, you played Billy Badass on
Mm-hmm.
Bad Boys and got embarrassed and got
Absolutely.
and looked stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Well, now, Kenneth, if that is who he really is, then no, I'm not interested. No.
I really don't want to see him back because he just. I said it on Ebby's channel, but he really does this thing where he tells on himself because he talks too much because he loves hearing himself talk. So that plus him down in the chasing platform, I'm good on him because he was
Mm.
down and get like early
Listen,
on in
you
the
can watch them
season.
on People's Court.
Huh?
You can watch them on the People's Court.
Mm.
What was he
Uh,
on the people's court for?
you know what?
Mm.
Because he was
He
on
was
Catfish
he
too, right?
yeah, he
Who's a
was on
who?
catfish.
I agree. I agree, Angela. I think if we hadn't seen him on Bad Boys, it may not. But the fact that we know he's Fugazi, like we know he's just Fugazi.
Uh-huh. So he was on the people's court, going against Shamar, the famous Shamar. And I don't know what they was going back and forth because it was stupid. I saw
Oh
them
no,
both
they
and
were
I turned the
not.
channel.
Wait a minute. The People's Court know they wrong for having both of them on that show, exploiting both of their asses.
Right, and I don't even know what they was talking about. I looked, I said, "Oh no, not today, Jesus, not today."
So the sad
Yeah.
thing is that that's what he's proud of because that's what he was bragging about when he was like, "Yeah, I'm on this show and that show and that show." Sir, the People's
Yep.
Court doesn't count. That's not a sir.
Look,
I just want to
to
know
have
why
the
the. I just want to know why his whole what is it reality show run ain't got him on better reality shows than daytime TV. Like why you ain't been on the Real World or something like that yet, but you talking about all these shows you done been
I
on.
think he's too old for real world.
Well, True. I don't know.
Are they still doing new seasons of Real World?
I think
A
I know
so.
real
they do
what?
like the challenge, and then they do like what is that? It's that other show that they had Vanjie on. So maybe.
He's been on multiple shows trying to get famous. I'm sure he has been. William played hard and hood, but when confronted, he turned into a white boy. Oh yeah, well, like I said, we saw
Oh
that
yeah.
on Bad Boys. Like that's why I said if we hadn't seen how he acted on Bad Boys, now now I feel bad for production and myself. Child, why you feel bad for yourself, TTB?
Look, I
You
did
knew they was
too.
gonna act the fool.
When he threw them cards, I felt him in my
Listen,
spirit
that was
because I
funny
was
when he threw them cards. That's what literally that's what me and Abby were leaving because we fell out about that one. When he threw them, he said, "We'll be right back." When he that's literally when me and Abby left
I felt him in my spirit because I think
I
I was in the chat
did
like,
statement
whoa, what
too.
is
I was
going
shocked as
on
fuck.
right now?
because
It was so
again, for
much
what
going
everything
on.
that y'all please understand
Because the
that even though this is a part two, I need y'all to understand that they have been filming since 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like the red carpet started at like 1 o'clock.
When I say it was a lot. It was a lot. And I don't like
were they still
I think
drinking at the time
what
too?
Abby, which part are you on?
I'm where Nicole is yelling and pointing at William, and they making this nonsensical story about this damn premiere and her taking a picture and her rolling her eyes at the bar, and that's where I
Okay.
am.
Ain't nobody
Okay,
tell him to
I
show up at
wait.
that premiere
Oh
in
my
that
We left
damn
god.
like six
gold
thirty. Flip.
lame
We left
jumpsuit.
like 6:30. We left
Yeah,
like the
me and Abby
right.
left around like we literally left right before the last segment
Yeah.
because
Oh my
we were trying to
god.
stay and finish it, but it just kept getting later and later. So hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. But I'm gonna give y'all some behind the scenes when I come back. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for saying it, but I'm gonna say it, child. But hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh Jesus. That was a lot. But shout out to Dan really beat Lee's why I should give y'all a shout out. Shout out to y'all for being, the counselors, the calm down people. What is it? Crisis management is what they call them. So you said through info commercial before the reunion, poor guys. Yes, that Rich and Andre said. I think I don't think Evie is up to that part yet.
Which part?
The Rich and Andre part.
Yeah. Andre Rich did a lot of barking, but he never got out that seat.
Okay, but my thing is though, and that's why I was waiting for you to get caught up. What I did not like and was the fact that I don't even know what Trav even asked them because instantly it was so much yelling. I was so confused sitting over here like, wait, what?
Because he only got one question in, and then it branched off, and then people was arguing, and they wouldn't shut up, and he was trying to get them to reel back in to answer the original question asked before somebody went off on a tangent, and it was a lot.
I
It
know, like
was a lot.
you always say I have ADD, and I was sitting there like, wait, slow down. I'm trying to hit answer. Okay, we over here now. Okay, like,
I just want to say about the thing with about Nicole's mama. I was not in the room when the comment was made. I was in the little kitchen area, and then Jayla came back there and she was on 10, and I had to talk her off the ledge and explain to her, listen, that's that girl mama, and just like your mama will fight 10 bears and 16 gorillas are behind you, her mama feels the same way about her. So she only has the information about you that her daughter has given her,
mm-hmm,
and her daughter don't like you, so she ain't gave her no good information about you. So for you to
exactly.
expect her mother to have a good opinion of you and then have your back is delusional.
Let me tell you, my mama
It,
would
it just
clear
is.
she would set the whole world on fire if I was crying and telling her was I remember at my what's that our family reunion and they were trying to quote unquote bully me. My mama stood up and went off. I said, "Oh Jesus," because I have never seen her act that way towards her elder family members. So people got to understand it's different with your children and your mom and the
Delusional.
parents. They ain't gonna play them games with you. Jayla didn't say anything inherently disrespectful. It was just wasn't the time or place. I think what the problem was at that point, um, it was something behind the scenes, and that's why Nicole said she couldn't speak to her mother. It was after they had they had
Let me see
apologized
if
and
this
they
would be
agreed
better.
to move. They agreed to move forward, and something was said about Jayla said something disrespectful about her mother, and that's why Nicole didn't want Jayla to talk to her mom.
Yeah, because I think it was still her reeling from what was it on the show saying "f her mom" or something like that.
Yep, that was it. Yep, and that's why she didn't want her to talk to her mom. That's why everything went crazy then.
That's what he was about to say.
Really, be what you get.
I got some dessert, girl.
What kind of dessert you get? Because I'm on a diet and I want to eat
It's
dessert.
just a piece of butter cake. I went to Outback after work with some coworkers, and I had got me some dessert.
Oh, hey.
The last thing I need to be eating at 9:30 at night, but I'm get back on. I'm gonna get back on track, honey. I'm gonna get back on track. But tonight I'm eating this cake.
J Wash is one thing. Yeah, her mother didn't deserve that. I would
Yeah,
have
that
had
was
to take my.
disrespectful. And Abby, like I said, Abby, listen, Abby had to take care of Jayla, child. Abby took care of Jayla. I was Andre,
It
and
was
a little
so.
bit of King Payne. Although I didn't really have to. It wasn't so much. This the T Watson part that y'all was talking about. Okay, yeah,
Oh
I remember it
yeah.
now. I do remember that part happening. Mm, mm. Oh, this is good. I should have warmed this up a little bit.
Oh, J
So I'm
Wash,
at
you
the part
lying.
where they talking about Mr. Earl, who is
Oh,
who um poetics mentor, the
well,
gentleman, the older gentleman who's his mentor. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was his sugar daddy at first as well.
well, I can appreciate that
I
Right.
TTB
don't care
said.
how he explained it, what it looked like.
But I can appreciate that TTB said that. TTB was like, well, hold on now. That's not like all, and you could see the class was like, yeah. Even Jeremy was like, yeah, bro. That
That's what it looked like. And what it yes, Kenneth, that was his mentor, and he gave him a place to stay. But that's not how it came. It didn't come across like I've known this man for 10 years, and I was getting ready to pack it all up and leave and give up my dreams.
Oh.
And I had and he had a conversation with me and offered me to stay in the pool house in the back and continue to pursue my dream. That's not how it came
that
across.
ain't how it came off, baby.
Now,
It looked
okay.
like
Exactly, TTB. But TTB, you did a good. I mean, you did a good job overall. But that was a good example of how you were like, hold on now, because that's what I heard. So let's clear it
Right.
up. Because you just gonna look on TTB face was like, wait, that ain't what you said?
Okay, so my other question was because I we all heard the same thing. Do you think he watched the playback back and was like, "Oh snap," and then came up with the story, or do you think it's authentic? Authentic, authentic. Oh my
no,
God!
because
I just said
no,
it. I
because
just
Andre
said it.
co-signed on the story because he knows Mr. Earl too.
Yeah,
Y'all calling
Andre.
this man Mr. Earl is killing me. That is
Well,
killing me.
I'm trying to be respectful. Clearly, the man is older than poetic, so maybe he's my contemporary. Maybe he might be a little older than me. I don't know that man from a can of paint. So until then, his name is Mr. Earl. His
I
actual
can
name is
see.
Earl. I'm just calling him Mr. Earl because
I
otherwise,
can see.
I don't want
I
my
can.
mama to drop out the sky and punch me in my mouth for being disrespectful.
I picture an old shade tree mechanic named Mr. Earl missing a couple teeth that always know how to fix your car and just leave it here a couple hours.
Right?
Every time you
They
see
Mm.
got a
him, every
cigarette
time you,
dangling off the bottom of their lip, and they talk like,
yes, every time, look, every time somebody say Mr. Earl, and that's all that pops in my head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, all you need, the ones who insist on telling you what's wrong with it, what it's used for, and how to fix it, and you just want them to fix it. That's why I hear when I see. That's what I see when I hear Mr. Earl. Now you got
listen,
me saying Mr.
apparently Mr.
Earl.
Earl be coming through. So
Okay, Mr. Earl be coming through. Okay, so Jay, no, oh wait a minute. Jay Wash, I believe, has a question, y'all.
and Andre had their falling out, it was crystal clear you were Team Nicole, which is fine.
Okay.
I think it's great to stand by your friend, but why not just be a lending ear?
Basically, like you said, this is my homie and shit like that. I know his history.
You don't know shit about me.
Again, I
Ooh.
answer questions. I'm not gonna argue with a bitch ass.
Go ahead and answer.
Like I was saying,
Yo, bitch ass.
Listen,
Bitch
I
ass.
Oh
find it. I find
Jesus.
it the height of disrespect for Rich Bum to act the way he did next sitting next to that girl mama.
Yes, I
I agree.
agree. 100%. I cringed. Ooh.
Uh,
Not
but to
Miss
answer the
Abby,
question,
not you needing to leave, honey.
It was a lot. It was so much screaming. Okay, so Jay Wash said, do we should we grant the same respect to Mama D or Candy's mom? Should they be left alone then when they are being messy as fuck on their respective shows?
No, because Candy Mama literally attacked somebody unprovoked.
I remember that girl.
I don't
I
think
and
I
I
don't think Miss Nicole is I don't think Miss Nicole Mama is inserting herself like that.
no,
no,
I
she
don't
and
just
think
there to
she
give
she just
commentary.
happens to be in the vicinity that her child is in because they spend the majority of time together. If it's gonna be a reality show, it's gonna be a reality show. If she always with her mama, did she or do
mhm.
you gonna see her mama? Point blank period.
And
It's
sh-
not like her mama is inserting herself. You know, like it's an unwarranted insertion. Like I'm gonna be here to do X, Y, and Z. Ba 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 ba. No, it's
Here's what I
just
got.
that's their relationship, and they always together.
they
But
Right.
why they
anytime
showed
I
up at the
I feel
cash
like
trip
it's
at the end,
amplified by,
that threw me. But okay, fine.
and I feel like it's just
I
amplified because people don't like Nicole. Because Oliver's
yep,
mom will be around too, and she's giving her
yep.
commentary on what's going on in the season, but we don't have that same energy.
But But so for the first episode, no, the first season where Oliver was on when he was filming with his mama, everybody did give him that heat. Everybody was like, "Oh, you can't film a film a segment without your mama being in it. Why is your mama in every scene?" So people did
Oh
give him a
yeah,
lot of heat, and the when it just comes down to it though, those people spend a lot of time with their moms. Like anytime I've ever called Nicole, she's always been with her mother. Cooking with Kush should have been done. Catering, everybody needs some chili. Peel. It was like Trap was the teacher in the kindergarten room. Okay.
Okay, I still don't understand why Rich felt the nerve to insert himself into business that wasn't his.
I didn't
And
understand
his
that either.
complaint was, "Oh, Andre is inserting himself. He inserting himself with business that ain't got nothing to do with him." You doing the exact same thing, beloved. You insert yourself in business that is not yours.
I didn't understand that one. I think it's the simple fact that Andre
it was a
said
lot of
something.
hypocrisy going on.
It was soulful. It was. I was when no when Andre said you won't shut up so we can answer the questions and we can hear everybody. I was just like, Andre, you was just screaming to the top of your lungs during Rick's segment. But I understand it.
And between the two of them, they just need to screw and get it over with because I'm tired. I had to cut this reunion off when they start
Yes,
arguing.
Jesus. Right. Didn't they argue like they was an old married couple?
Who?
Rich and
Very much so.
Andre.
What I think is that Rich is used to inserting his very masculine persona into situations and fem
Uh-huh.
boys backing down to that masculine, and he ran into the brick wall that was Andre, and it didn't turn out like he thought it was
Yeah.
going to.
It
Because
really didn't.
normally,
It was
because I feel like normally he can do all the bluster and the bravado because he has a very big personality and he can be super aggressive and loud, and that's normally enough to back people down. But Andre, what
uh-huh.
was with the shits with whatever Rich had to say. So I feel like if Rich had jumped at Andre, Andre would have told it. I feel like Andre would have told his ass up.
Uh-huh. I agree.
Mm,
It
maybe,
would,
but he was talking
you
about
know
bringing his
what?
family there.
It it would be one interesting fight. I'll tell you, I'll be sitting there just watching, eat my sunflower seeds in my and little sitting Indian side. Okay, so I had to go back and watch it. Why did he jump in it?
I don't know. I don't know. But when
Y'all, I
Rich
did not
said Kitty
realize.
Kitty, I almost died.
I did not realize how long this fucking segment went on. They argued forever.
For a long, it was a long time,
Rich and
a
Andre.
long periodically
Yes,
time.
Rich and
For
Andre, and
like
I was,
30 minutes, it felt like, but I
oh
know it
my
wasn't that
gosh,
long. But
and I was
God,
sitting there like
y'all, when
How
he
long
was
did it
sitting,
last in like real time though?
cueing them damn Crocs, child.
He was pumping through though.
look, Q came prepared.
But it's I want people to understand that not only couldn't TTB get them to pull it in, neither could Ondario or Q.
Quentin,
They had to like get in people's faces to get them to shut up. Cause they wouldn't let it go and they just kept going. They just kept going. Hershey, cause you wasn't present during this portion. You was in La La Land, baby, because you was like, these niggas is talking again.
Now I'm not watching. Hershey said I'm not watching.
she said she not.
Hershey said, "How was the reunion? I'm not watching." I know that's right, child. If you want to come up, I'll drop you the link, Hershey. If you want to come up, love. But I know you over it, baby. Me, listen. I'm gonna have you over
Her,
here. Me, you, and Abby. I'm gonna have you over here, but we're gonna talk about some other stuff, child. We got other things to talk about, okay?
She
I just
said,
didn't like how he kept going in on Andre's mother. Like that police officer would have had to take me to
yeah, that was completely disrespectful. Like my thing is,
Miss Abby. I listen. We share the same name because that's exactly because you don't play with the elder. Listen, you can't play with the elder. Not
no,
with me. Not with me.
But
Mm-mm.
I have a question, Abby. Is that the same officer you were lusting over?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I was like, oh, I get it.
Try says thank you, Eddie, because nobody can control these people. I told you when y'all all had looked like y'all had been through a war. I've never seen a group of people
I would
look
just
so
like to
wore out.
commend Hershey because even when he was giving the business back to King Payne, it was never a point where you thought it was gonna get out of control. They was reading each other back
Hey,
and forth.
Spicy.
And then when it
Yes,
wasn't
Tracy.
nobody was talking about Hershey was quiet and sitting there like this.
Listen, I told you Hershey and King Fly Eye, I think were the two
The
most.
calmest people the
Yeah.
whole night.
No, did y'all check the look on King's Fly where everybody got to argue around him and he was just sitting there looking like, what the hell? Do I join in? Do I run?
I
He had a
mean,
look of like, oh, he was literally clutching his pearls at that moment.
mama gotta have a life too, Prophet. Now, please.
Yes, Prophet all day long, Prophet
All
all
day.
day. From the
Hollering at
minute
him.
the man pulled
Real,
up
real
in his
bad.
car,
Real bad.
before we even knew he was the security, and he just pulled up in the car. Abby was like,
I was like,
"Ooh."
Look, Abby said this is her time in life to enjoy, and baby, I am going to enjoy it.
I said Abby, and when I found out, I said Abby, he's
pick me.
security.
I volunteer as tribute.
Abby wanted to right. Abby wanted to get frisked.
Like he
Not a
frisked
volunteer
everybody but me because we
tribute.
was already in the building.
Right. Abby
Loretta
got
like going
mad.
outside and come
Abby
back
got
in.
mad because she didn't get frisked. I said, "Well, go outside and come back in." Damn.
What? No, 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 no. Abby.
Yeah.
I got you. I look. She said I gotta get it in anyway I can. Okay,
Let's see them handcuffs. Let's see what they do. What they do. Come
right.
on, sir.
You should have been like, "Oops, I might got a gun on me. You want to check me?"
Listen, I was trying to holler for real, for real. If I
All
had
I hear,
known that we was really gonna have to be like camera ready, it would have been a whole different situation. Possibly different hair, a different outfit. I thought we were just coming to sit and watch and be like, oh my God, we
Yeah,
got
we didn't know. Like when we got there,
no
Q
clue.
was like, "We're gonna find a way to work y'all in. I'm gonna find something for y'all to do. I'm gonna get y'all like." And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It was fun. It was a great experience, and I appreciate it. But we did not know
I wasn't
that.
ready.
Right. I had
You
already
know what?
planned to wear my Purple Rain shirt. I didn't know.
Okay, I will say this, Queens. Y'all look beautiful. Y'all didn't need
Oh, thank you.
y'all didn't need anything extra. Y'all look
Oh, thank
beautiful.
you, Ty.
Thank
Thank you,
And
you.
it
love.
was and it was so it felt so good to look up and see my sisters in there. The look on y'all faces though, y'all had the serious, all right, let's get these damn kids together because they up here acting a fool. It was like motherly but good here at the
Our
same
faces
Right, because he
is
time.
knows
what
how it
happened
is.
when you have somebody that has common sense be in a bunch of foolishness. That's what our faces was because we was like,
That's what it is.
And
That was that
remember,
mama face.
I deal with churn all day long. So
I don't because I don't like kids. So
thank you, Miss Abby. Girl, I got that from Ashley Stewart, honey. That blouse came straight from the Ashley Stewart collection. Okay.
Yes, Ashley. No, like as it went on, like the more y'all made
Thank
appearances,
you.
the more y'all facial expressions change. Like at first it was like, oh, this is fun, and oh, these kids, damn people getting on my damn nerve.
after a while,
Like,
listen, when I was back there with all that whole side of the couch, when all of them made the exodus, and I was back there with all of them, child, they told my nerves up so bad. Andre was like, "See, that's the face you have on your reviews when you sick of us."
look, look, okay, because I caught it. I was sitting, sitting
Look,
there looking.
that was the funny thing. That was the first thing that Andre said when he saw me. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I love your reviews." He was like, "I love when you stop and you take a deep sigh. I know that's when you are over it."
And
He said, "I know that's when you about to get me together. When you stop and you go."
I told you, like one thing I love is when y'all do
Hey,
stuff
Miss
together
Bacon.
because you can see the ping pong. Like so, it was good to see y'all on the reunion to see y'all faces because y'all do this like y'all tag team, but in a way that you have to really pay attention to catch y'all tag team.
Child.
I'm here
not
for the
taking
left couch.
so child.
Oh Jesus,
Wow. So
not that
listen.
bad.
Oh no, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, this is with yeah, this is the last little walk off. Child.
Not the last walk off. Jesus.
Well, I can't even say it was the last walk off because, like I said, me and Abby had to leave, child. But when listen, when Jeremy and Q got to, no, because we
I
were
wasn't
when
even
Jeremy and Q
listen.
got
I
into
didn't find out until
Abby was
about the
back,
Jeremy.
right?
I was outside.
Yeah,
This is
Abby
when
was
Q and Trey
backstage,
was trying to pass me the blunts in front of the
right?
police officer.
Abby was backstage, and then I went back there and was like, "Oh my God, Abby, because when Q and Jeremy got into it, they took like a 15-minute break or whatever." And I said, Abby, I said Jeremy and Q was straight up about to get into it, and Abby was like, "What?" And that's when we all went out front, and everybody was having their libations out front. Yeah.
Look, okay, because look, when Jeremy was so quiet, then he was like, not doing
But
this shit
listen, I
right
don't
now.
blame him. Jeremy, listen, I ain't blame
It's
him
too
because
much.
Jeremy was another one that he was. Jeremy was a little irritated too because I think he felt like some of his scenes had been cut, so he
Yeah,
didn't.
he
He was
said
because
that.
he made comments about editing and production. He threw a little shade about editing
Yeah,
and
he said that on
production. So
Twitter.
I think he was a little upset about that too.
It would have been nice to see him because I honestly I had forgot that he was even on the show, except for that welcome, nice to meet you again thing they did.
Hmm.
Jeremy was ready to go down. He mentioned that his things were cut a lot. That's why his president. Uh
Yeah.
huh. He sure did. All I hear is Andre yelling.
Child, I did not
That
realize
was
how
90% of the
long.
reunion.
I didn't realize
Because
how
they still
long that went
talking.
on and on and on. I did not realize how long that show went on.
It was long. Because you missed some of it because you was in the back and then you came out and then
Right.
you was having a conversation with old boy in the corner. And then like it was a lot and they were still having this conversation the whole time.
Oh yeah. Me and him was in the corner cutting up. Yeah. Because I thought at one point in time, I thought I was gonna get thrown out of there because I got to the point where I was having my own conversations. I forgot they was filming. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They forgot they was filming. They was
Listen,
arguing so much.
the way my ADHD is set up after 6 hours, okay? The way my ADHD is set up, okay?
It would have been one thing if they were all just arguing and yelling, like take it down a notch. I had to literally keep turning down my headphones. I felt bad for Jeremy. I did too, Flip. I put that in Flip. I put that in the chat, and I thought Q was gonna beat my.
I can understand why Jeremy was upset, though. He had a impeccable body of work, and it's always overshadowed by the BS of the churn, but he's going to shine regardless. Yeah, most of the questions from Chasing's fan audience Facebook for Rich and Nicole, child. Yeah, I'm sure it was.
I said they didn't feel bad for Jeremy. Why you felt bad for Jeremy? Why we feel bad for Jeremy?
Because that was a lot. And then when he voiced his frustration, Hugh was like, well, you could go.
See, I missed this whole family segment, I think. I don't think I was out there for any of the family.
We weren't. We was
we were
in the back with that side.
We were in the back with the churn.
With the other side of the couch trying to get them to calm down.
Yeah, we were in the back with the churn, child. Yeah, because
like that whole family segment, and then we were in the kitchen because we didn't want to interrupt, and then they all filed right back through, and that's when I had tasted that little nasty wine that they had back there. Not Q's wine, but that wine, one of the wines that they had bought in
wine that the people bought with them. Oh, so let me say this. Here go the tea. Okay, why are we doing that? So again, I don't know what I'm supposed to tell y'all or what I'm not supposed. Oh, my boo is up here.
Hi.
Hey, Hershey.
I don't never catch y'all live, so I just want to make sure I came up and spoke to the on-set therapist we had for Chasing LA.
Listen, they had me get my Ayanna Van Zant on. I didn't know that's what I was there to do.
Look, I saw y'all back there talking. I said, these women are on vacation. What are they doing?
Well, no, they on vacation. Hell, speak it to the hole. Speak it into the hole. That's all I got.
Because our whole reason for coming down there was to see you, and we spent all our time with the other people.
Because you see, after it was over with, you saw y'all. Oh, wait a minute, y'all left before I did. They said good night to us. Girl, I blinked. It was halfway down the street.
I know. Listen, I don't blame you. I don't blame because the thing was this. So for me, I'm gonna speak for myself. I was trying to be respectful of the production. So remember when you came in and we were talking, and then they were like they wanted you to go to the green room. I was trying to be respectful of y'all being in y'all space and getting y'all mind, and so I didn't want to be all in y'all face. And then I'm gonna say, this was actually the thing I was getting ready to spill. As far as professionalism is concerned, you guys, Hershey was the first one on set and was ready to go.
Dressed and ready.
Hershey was dressed in makeup. I think the only thing Hershey was still getting them nails together, but you wouldn't have never known. You still wouldn't have known. But Hershey was the first one. She made her call time and was dressed and ready to go. And then I believe it was Nicole, Rich, and Poetic. And then I think Jeremy was next. Your whole side of the crew was there, I think, before anybody on the other side even showed up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say that somebody showed up and didn't even have on their clothes. I'm not going to say
I
that.
will. It was Jayla. She showed up. He showed up.
Child. Well, y'all kept calling her. Y'all kept calling her the queen of Chasing LA, and she started smelling herself.
Y'all didn't call her the queen of nothing.
Let the record reflect. I have never called her that. I have
let me say y'all is in the fandom. Everybody, the viewers, let me say collectively the viewers that watch.
Okay.
You mean the Crown community or whatever King Fan called his stand?
Oh, don't get your child.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not going too far with that. I ain't got no problem with him. But
Child.
Look, that whole
You li-
I just want to know
but
how
I'm
she
gonna
was
take
gonna
that
get
line
this
back. I
baby.
do, but I ain't gonna go here because these are my views. These ain't really these. I
No,
don't need
you
y'all
can
over here
listen.
messing
It's a
up.
panel, baby. You good. You good. I let you come up. You good. So I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that Hershey was professional from the word go, and that whole side of the couch was on time and ready when they got there. The same
And didn't
cannot be
bring
said
liquor.
for everyone, and that's all I was gonna say.
They did not bring any
He
liquor
was
because
on
they were
time and
told not
ready.
to.
I just wanted to know what did everybody drink to make that made them so
Cheap
amped because
liquor.
it was
Cheap
a
Cheap,
mess.
liquor.
cheap wine. They were drinking very
It was
cheap,
cheap.
very nasty
Okay.
wine.
Now I'm listen
If the
again,
Ooh.
wine was nasty.
and again. I might be saying more than I'm supposed to say, but oh well. Q, you. I love you anyway, baby.
the show over with. Hell.
From my understanding, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Hershey. From my understanding, y'all were asked not to drink while y'all were filming. Was that correct?
They told us not to, if I'm remembering correctly, the email said not to come inebriated. Don't come drunk or high or
Okay,
anything
don't
like
come
that.
inebriated. Okay, got it.
But they did let us they did let us have some of Q's one. Now, if anybody brought anything extra, I know my side of the couch, and we were in the room, my side of the couch, we only drunk some of Q's wine and we only had a cup.
Okay, well,
Listen,
I can tell you
I
for
didn't
a
even
fact
get any
that
of
that's not the
Q's
case on the other
wine.
side of the room.
I
I
don't
can
know
tell you that
where,
for a fact.
because when we went in that kitchen, there was wine
It
bottles
was
all over
all
that
kinds of
table.
empty bottles on the other side of that room.
Oh, see, I don't
So,
know what the tea with that is then, because we
and
only
then they were so through that Jayla was saw a Hennessy bottle at the bar on the other side, and the owner was like, "Ma'am, that it's years old. It's so old. It has mold in it. It's just for decoration. I glued the top shut. You can't drink that."
Oh wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Listen,
but when I said at the beginning of the season not to give somebody too many drinks, I was saying I was talking too much and I was being mean.
listen. The
Mm.
truth is the truth,
Child, they
man.
take
The truth
everything
is
you
the
say out of
truth.
context. So
I don't know what it is about me this season, but I wasn't allowed. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just came in smiling at everybody. I don't know. And if I'm allowed to, I don't want to take over too much of y'all time, but I don't know why the
You
fans
fine.
of the show want me to be friends with William the Bad is so bad. I don't know what spell he has on y'all. I don't know what he did to y'all. I don't know what y'all seeing that I'm not seeing. But listen, some people just don't get along, and y'all just need to be okay with that. That might explain some of these
Yeah.
friendships and relationships that y'all are in, that y'all are out here friending every damn body. But I have a good amount of discernment, girl, and I just know who gonna work and who not.
right, I preemptively block people.
And let me say this too. I think, and I saw this on another reality show, and it's so
Mm-hmm.
valid because what we have to do, and they need to do it more on reality shows because I think it would bring some authenticity to what we see now. We hey, we have to normalize that, like you just said, everybody ain't gonna be friends, but we can coexist in a peaceful
Yeah.
Yes.
setting. And I think,
Yeah.
unfortunately, Hershey, you became a victim of who you were. And it's not that you weren't a different person; you're the same person. But
Yeah.
everybody saw you last year as not in the drama, letting it roll
Mm-hmm.
off your back, always being the positive one in the room. But at a certain point, how many times can I
I
turn
said
the other cheek when you coming for me? How many times am I supposed to do that?
Facts.
I said that last year when everybody kept calling me the big positive person. Oh, she's in no drama. I said last year. I don't like that y'all say that because I knew what was going to happen this year. It
Yeah.
doesn't allow me to be human or have actual things to
Right.
say or be opinionated. Because now, whenever I say anything and it's against anybody that the fandom does or is in love with, for example, they like King William the Baddest for whatever reason. They love Jayla. They love King Payne. So anything that I say against them, then I'm an issue. Something must be wrong with me because why would you say
Yeah.
something? And then of course I get along with Nicole and Rich Bomb. Oh, now you're being a follower and all of this. It's a whole bunch of stuff. That's why I didn't like that. That's why I didn't like that. I was actually glad to be like on the negative side of the fandom this year.
But you know what? And again, as somebody who reviews these shows, fans become polarized. It's like they
Hmm.
decide who they like, and there's
Yes.
no wiggle room. There's no you can't say, well, hey, I like Hershey, but I didn't like that Hershey did dot dot dot. I like
Exactly.
King Payne, but I don't like the fact that King Payne does dot dot dot. I'm gonna give you an
Exactly.
example for me. I don't have no beef with Rich, but I'm gonna tell you what Rich did at that reunion that did bother me. He took no responsibility for anything that he did.
None.
There it is.
And that is one of my biggest that frustrated, and that's what had upset Andre. And they cut a lot of, I mean, they showed a lot of the theatrics of what Andre was saying. But when me and Andre went backstage, that is what Andre was saying. Andre was like, he's the only one on that stage that's not taking any responsibility. He's the only one on that stage. Hershey, I will bring you up, but you don't have your, I don't know if you want to come on camera or not. Okay, yeah, I didn't want to bring you up.
I appreciate
No,
that.
I wasn't
These
sure.
kids running around here naked, child. I'm trying to get their clothes together.
But that was my front, and that's what again. I'm not. I mean, Andre said a lot of stuff, so I ain't. But that was one of the things when we were backstage that was frustrating Andre. He was like, Nicole has admitted, things that she did wrong. I've admitted that. Like everybody up there is taking some responsibility, and he won't take any responsibility. And
Mm-hmm.
that's something that frustrated me because Rich, he
Mm-hmm.
ain't do nothing wrong. Everybody else up there said, well, you know what? I could have done this better. I could have said that better. Or you right.
Well,
And
honey, not everybody, because they wouldn't let Jayla and King Payne are also two people that the fandom thinks. That's what confused me about everybody watching the show, because it's, again, like you said, people get polarized because King Payne and Jayla can get away with murder and nobody's saying anything about him. All Jayla got to do is cry and say, well, I'm a trans woman and I'm trying to make it, and everybody want to forgive her again. King Payne throws really good shade, and everybody, forgets all the stuff that he does. But literally every other cast member has
Not
to be
me.
called to task.
I was like,
And it's
Not
annoying.
me, because I hold King Payne's feet to the fire. Because
Mm-hmm.
how you gonna come out of your delusional puffer coat wearing self and say
Ooh.
that if it hadn't been for you, that nobody would know who Hershey is? What land of delusion are you living in, beloved? That's not how that works.
Ooh.
I'm
And
gonna
he
say
said it,
this.
and he said it several times. Why do you think why do you think that?
And that
I
Because
don't
you
also
think.
know
plays
it's
up
not
this
true.
fact about him too, because him and Hershey already got over that, but as soon as they fall out again, you want to throw it back up in my face.
Yep.
And he did the
I'm gonna
same
say
thing with
this.
Nicole.
I'm gonna say
And
this.
that's annoying as
I think
hell.
for me, and I'm gonna speak for
It makes sense
myself.
why him.
Go ahead, Saul, my baby. I didn't even cut you off. Go ahead.
I was about to say, but that's why, all due respect, that is why him, Jayla, and William all hang with each other because they all do that
Yeah.
same thing.
I'm gonna say this. I think the situation with Jayla, and this is, and y'all might not like what I'm about to say right now.
She drinking from the
Nicole
same
created.
delusional cup as King Payne.
Well, I'll get to King Payne in a minute, child. But
Yeah,
Jayla,
PTRs.
I mean, Nicole created the Jayla fan club this season because of how hard she came for Jayla from the beginning. Now, I ain't trying to beat a
So
dead
let
horse.
me so let me give you the behind the scenes tea.
I understand that, but we don't have the behind the scenes tea, so
No, no,
we'll
no,
go
no. I'm
ahead.
just gonna sock it to you like
Well,
this. I'm gonna
give
give
it
it
to
to
me,
you.
girl.
I'm gonna give it to you
Sock
because
it
you
to me.
you because y'all seen it. That's where it gets tricky, because certain girls are very good with what they bring to camera and what they don't bring to camera.
Gotcha.
Jayla and Nicole did it that in Palm Springs. That's why Nicole keeps saying, I've apologized to you multiple times, because in Palm Springs itself, Jayla walked up to Nicole at least twice, and I was there for two of them. Walked up to her and said, I'm not trying to beef with you. We good. And Nicole said the exact same. Let's be cool. They were, if you notice, they were cool the rest of Palm Springs. The beef didn't pop up until we got back to LA a month later, and we was at this random event. Sis
Mm-hmm.
had a little brown and she was mad again. That's what
Mm-hmm.
stirs up that stuff all over again. That's what I said it last night on
Oh, so
TTV.
liquor
Like
is the victim. Not the victim, the villain.
the
My
catalyst,
bad.
yeah. Like that's what I don't like, because like you just said about King Payne, we were good until the pictures dropped, and then all of a sudden we got beef again. I don't like that type of stuff. Or if you want to beef with me to amp up the views or whatever, let me know. Like put me in on it so I can know
Right.
what's
Put me
going
in,
on.
coach. Right. Put me in the game, coach.
But it's too much. I'm good with you on camera, and then I'm good with you off camera, and then when we get back on camera again, we beefing. Or when people are starting to get them on these blogs, and especially with these fans watching the show, a lot of these girls are getting gassed up by the fandom and start smelling themselves.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew we was in trouble, and I told Abby this. Me and Abby said it together actually. But
I don't know they wrote it.
when we were on the red, we were doing the little red carpet thing, and we asked Jayla. I think Abby asked Jayla, "Well, what is it that you want from today? What resolve are you looking for? Or something?" And she said, "I want an apology on
She
their
wanted
knees
her
or
to get on her
something."
knees and apologize.
I said,
What?
"Oh, me and
And the look that me and Loretta gave each
Abby
other
was
was
like,
like,
oh, well, that ain't gonna happen." So we
Let me
already
see
know that.
this.
So we knew she was on 20 from the beginning because we were like, that ain't gonna happen. That's not.
But that's what's confusing about all this. I want apologies and we ain't good and all that stuff because that was not the mood months before that show started and before people got in the comments saying Team Jayla, Queen Jayla, this. That was not her mood.
Got you.
Mm.
I got you.
Sorry, y'all. I
the
dropped.
shenanigans and the foolishness.
School was canceled, so they was calling to let us know.
Why school
Where the kids
canceled?
in school?
It's snowing already.
Oh, it's bad up here.
Have mercy.
Oh, the snow and
You
stuff.
don't. You don't have to be that excited, son.
Oh.
You
So
I'm
still
over here like snow. Where's the snow?
For his holiday
look.
weekend, honey.
It's when I say it's snow up here, y'all. It's been all type of accidents all up and down this road. I'm doing something. I don't think you're gonna sleep in the living room. No, sir. I don't know. That's not in the plans for the night. No, Jesus. It is when I say it's all up and down. Like it is crazy up out here.
Well,
It's
they
like a
called for like
wonderland.
4 feet of snow in Buffalo, New York. They just
Well,
listen, keep that snow up there. Keep it up there.
My boyfriend asked me too, how do I feel about moving up north? I said, you must be about to break up with me. Because
You said you want to break up. That's all you had to say.
that's all you had to say was you done with me. Because no.
yeah.
It's only
Look,
34 degrees here. Ain't no snow. So here's my question. Because now Jayla getting up
it's
and this is
Wonderland.
where we
Hey,
still have our
listen,
conversation.
Dario, I'm getting ready to look at the trailer now. Look at Dario spamming my damn chat.
Yes, Styles by Howard.
You know I always love.
So my
Howard.
question
Trey
is,
Howard.
Jayla didn't say fuck you. Sorry, that came out real harsh. She didn't say fuck her to the mama on set. This is something that was said prior that Rich Bomb accused her of.
No, she said they after Palm Springs, it
There
was
go
some
police
little.
officer Bay. I'm sorry, I got distracted. What you said?
Oh, look at you.
I'm getting ready to look at the trailer for Styles by Howard.
Abby must be stopped. It was so I forgot what event what setting they were in, but they got into another altercation, and that's when she said "f her mom," and it's
Okay,
it's been worse
because
since
I
then.
wasn't in the room when it had
Yeah, we
when
weren't in the room when that whole
we weren't
conversation
in the
went
room when
down.
that part happened. So I thought something had occurred, and then Jayla was like, "Well, fuck you and your mama," right
Poppy
there.
said she said it on a live.
Oh, child. And that's okay. That's a lot.
Dario and Dario, how long is the trailer? It's 2 minutes.
3 minutes, I think.
And Dario, you gonna flag me if I play the trailer? You gonna flag my video?
You gotta
If not,
get
listen, I respect that. I respect if you say you don't want me to play it. I won't play it. I'll just watch it off screen. But if you wanted me to show it in the chat, I can show it in the chat. But I mean on the screen. But I won't. Just tell me no. You know I respect what you tell me, baby. Yeah, I was me. Listen, me and Abby were in the back. By that time, we was really getting our Ayanna Van Zandt on in the back with the other people.
I
So
can
we
just see
really
y'all
did not.
I
now.
was overwhelmed.
I didn't see. I missed that whole. I missed Hershey and her boy. I missed that whole segment. I was in the back the whole time. I missed that whole segment, and I was like, first of all, I felt bad because I was like, well, Hershey and her boyfriend could just stay home.
I thought they
I
left at
mean,
one point.
do you know how hard it is to get a babysitter out here? I just got lucky that my parents was out here and I had somebody to watch.
I know that's
A
right.
babysitters are hard to come by, baby,
When
especially
that
a good
argument
one.
started,
Especially for
Lasar was
two
like,
babies
"Let me get
too.
out of here."
Cause I mean, I might do one, but I ain't doing two. Ooh, that's a lot.
You see what I'm saying?
Woo!
Listen, I've done
Yeah,
all
that's a
four.
lot.
I've done all four grandbabies at one time. It don't be the once it's over two, it's not. That's not like it's just all the same.
And Dario must have jumped in and jumped back out. So I'm gonna just watch it off screen because I don't want to.
Because then Dario be on all the lives. He said he be
Listen,
in the
and
campaigning
Dario's not playing
for.
with y'all. And Dario said, "Listen, first of all, we need to do it. All right, first of all, really be trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. But we trying to get Chasing Reality to 100,000 subscribers. They at 83, so we trying to get us there. We trying. Well, I say us. I don't owe them people.
Not me
Trying to get
talking
them
to
there,
William, trying to get him to calm down. He's
huh?
a, I said he just showed me trying to talk to William and calm him. Like it was too much happening in that little circle of life.
I'm gonna just say this:
I
there's
give it
only
to
one
y'all.
person. There are two people that I did not engage with. Probably most of the day. It's only two people. Um,
Mhm.
yeah.
Everybody was lovely. Nobody was outright nasty or rude to us.
Nobody. There's
That
only
was
one
good.
person that kind of said something that was a little out of the way to me, but it wasn't rude. It was just
Who said something?
Inbox me. Who? I want to know.
Who?
the person that was like, "Oh, y'all are reviewers." Oh,
Bless her heart.
well, that's your
Hold
hand.
on.
Abby said her.
Bless her heart.
I'm gonna text you, Abby.
Wait.
It's only two hubs on the show. I know we call her she a hub, but her she not a hub.
I got you. I
I'm
got
about to
you.
say because I didn't say that. I can't find y'all.
Oh, we listen. We beeline. And what's funny? Nicole walked right up to Abby and said, "Oh, Abby reviews. She don't like me." And they had a whole conversation.
Oh, okay. So I know who the her is. Okay.
Right.
Like
Talking about
Nicole
they
is.
didn't know that
You
we
need to
reviewed the
choose,
show. They
bro.
didn't. First of all, they didn't know who we were. They didn't know we reviewed the show. Oh, I don't really
Mm,
watch reviews. I don't watch reviews live.
lie. I
And
would
yes,
just say
the
that.
other one was William the Baddest. I spoke to him, but I didn't.
We spoke to him and he was
Uh,
polite and he answered all the questions that we asked. There wasn't no issue. It's just that I feel like her, she has a good discernment. I know who I am as a person, and he don't sizzle right in my spirit as somebody who would be welcome into the inner circle. So he
Amen.
would very much be a hey, and then that's it. That's all I need. That's the only engagement that I need. When I walk in the room, hey, how you doing? And then I'm gonna go about my business. I'm not seeking you out to have conversations, to have deep thoughts with Jack Handy or anything like that with you. I don't need any of that. Just how you doing? And then I move on about the cabin now.
He got
Part
what he
of turn
wanted
the
from a
seatbelt sign
season. He
off.
got what he
Listen,
wanted
that's
from the
it.
season. He was looking for a bunch of black people to validate his being on the show, and that's all his purpose was for being there. You can
And
tell
honestly,
Exactly.
and
the way he.
honestly,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I'm sorry. This is your show. I'm shutting up.
No, oh no, you good. No, and honestly, I did not have a good feeling from him because I did watch Bad Boys.
huh.
So when I saw him in the trailer for when they dropped the trailer, I was like, William the Baddest. So he would have really had to
And
work
that
hard.
same money suit.
Right. He would have had to really work
Look,
hard for me to give a damn about him. So that ain't really on him. It's because I already had a preconceived notion from the whole Bad Boys thing. You know what I'm saying?
okay, so can I
My
say
thing with
this? Oh, sorry.
but
That
I do
little
have one
boy.
thing to say though. My thing when it comes to him with the Bad Boys thing is, so if you weren't on that show, would you be giving Chasing the energy that you gave?
No.
And what is the truth about the authenticity of it? Because when he wants to act tough, he'll act like, "Oh, we're about to bring guns to the reunion and stuff like that." But
Mm-hmm.
then he was telling us as the viewers, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that was all staged and fake and stuff." No, it ain't.
Mm-hmm.
That was you.
Talk to him.
Uh, okay, so when I met him, it was completely different. William, like I had to really go to his page to figure out if that was the person he was talking to. So
Mm-hmm.
a while back we were doing the not this year, last year, on my business page we were doing Freestyle Friday, and he came up. I'm not lying, y'all. He had that same green money suit on. That's why I keep talking about it so much. He had that on and he gave a performance, but he was so nice. He was chill down to earth, and he was like, he's starting to take his music seriously. So I'm like, okay, I can rock with him. Then I seen William the Beast, and I was like, "What the? Wait a minute! This is not like when I say this is a completely different person that I met, that I talked to, and was giving advice to. He was a completely different person. So I was just thrown off from that interaction already because it's like, okay, I don't like people who just switch like that. You know what I'm saying? If I can't look at you and be able to tell who you are, read your spirit, you read my energy, I can't rock with you. And like I said, when I say it was night and day, he was 360. He was just like, I'm taking my music serious and this and that. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
So D,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
glad you said that because that's when I decided I wasn't cool. I wasn't gonna be cool because we met at King Payne's event at that Airbnb. And when I met him on camera, that's when William the Baddest came on. That's when I heard the accent and all that stuff too. I got to talk to William the Bad, like whoever William is. That's who I talked to off camera, and he
Uh-huh.
actually has, or unless he made it up, because I don't like at this point you don't know. But he actually seemed like he had a genuine story. But on the camera, he what's the name just said? He'll do one thing on camera and say this is him being himself, but he'll also turn around and say, well, we got to play it up for the cameras. We got to do this for the cameras. You don't want to go on
Uh-huh.
show.
Right,
So
that
it's
was
Yeah.
like,
getting on
so
my nerves.
which women who am I talking to?
And
Mhm.
I when I say I literally, have you ever like seen somebody and then see them a year later, you're like, what happened to you? Like
Girl.
that's how it was with William. Like I said, when I was excited that he was on Bad Boys Club. Then I seen that trailer and I said, oh,
Mm-hmm.
hmm. What I had to go back through our messages. I'm like, wait, this is the same person because I'm looking at messages. It's his profile. I'm clicking it. So it was just a turn off for me. It was just like, all right, I'm good.
Uninterested. Yeah.
Like I'm good.
Uninterested.
But that money suit, no, the one, no. That's not the one that does it for me. Every called it out earlier. Though that gold money suit that got them little spiky things on it or whatever it is. He
She
wore
running.
it to
She
you
making her
know what
rounds.
you oh Jesus, you know which one I'm talking about. That oh
She is making
Jesus.
her rounds.
Oh my God. Oh my God. When I say I was just like, what? Like, please, Jesus, go away from me with this Apollo.
But what
Y'all
I
know that
didn't
suit was
understand,
sweet.
and maybe y'all can explain this to me, I didn't understand why that was an issue that Nicole posted the picture. If that's what you wore out in public,
On a
Because he
red
didn't
carpet
wear
for
it.
your red carpet for your show, you just came and did the step and repeat, and then you left. Several people have a picture of you in that outfit. So what is the issue?
yeah,
Well,
I didn't
that's the
understand
thing
why that was
about
an
the
issue.
that's what I was talking about the contradiction of the fandom because everybody was cool with King Payne buying a whole LLC. That was just the key. And you can't, when you're shading, you can't decide how people shade you back, or when you
No,
can't
that was
decide what
fucked
goes to
up.
war. But when Nicole says what she says or posts pictures and stuff, all of a sudden that becomes too much.
It's cool when they do it.
It's
It's a problem when I
problem when
do
I
When I
do it,
do
right?
it, forget them.
True.
Yeah, I think now I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm gonna be very honest, I never watched the reunion last season. So, because I think by that time I was over. After Alicia and that damn knife, I think I was done with the
Child.
whole.
No,
I was
ma'am.
so
We
proud of her
watched
in
the
that moment.
reunion because we was in Puerto Rico when it came out,
Yes,
and
Puerto Rico.
we was in Puerto Rico for your birthday when the reunion came out. And remember, you was in your room and I was doing my review and watching the show, and they was like, "Oh, Jayla, you the breakout star," and I was like, "Who said that? Who told her
A
that?
lot
Why
of
would you
details.
say that?"
The pamphlet said it that he had to read.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh.
And can I just say
Jesus.
this? I did not like Mr.
Okay,
Ray
so
as
Don't
a
you
reunion host.
Jesus.
listen?
I remember being in Puerto Rico. I think I even remember Abby watching it. What I don't remember is me watching it. So,
I don't know. You were in the room while I was watching it, and
but
when
I
you
remember that.
heard,
I remember saying, and I've
Turn
always
that
said
light
that
off.
that LLC situation was fucked up. I've never
Right.
It
justified
was.
That
It
is
was.
that is
that. I've
what
never justified
that's
that.
what actually made me give Andre his reaction to them buying his LLC is what made me, because I wasn't fucking with him by the end of the season. The way he acted in, but besides the first episode when he said boop 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 boop,
Boop, boop.
you know,
That
by the
I
time we
thought
got to the end of the season, I was
that
like, this little boy, he done got on my nerves now. He need to go somewhere and sit down. But his reaction to them purchasing his LLC, because I literally said, "Oh my God, they Gardini'd him." I done turned Gardini's name into a
they did Gardini
they
him.
Gardini the baby, and I was like, "Oh," and I would have been hurt and in my feelings as well. And he was very vulnerable when it happened, so that gave me a little soft spot for him. It wasn't never okay for me for y'all to purchase that me purchasing people's business, messing with people's real life business.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
want to be cute and funny and read and all those other things. Just like I feel like when King Payne did this stuff this past week, talk about Nicole's dead name was Colin or whatever, and all of that
Unnecessary.
stuff. That's too far. That is
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
entirely too far. You
Mhm.
talk about her name not on her deed of her house and all this other stuff. First of all, I don't give a fuck who name on the deed. Mind your goddamn business. Ain't got nothing to do with you.
Whoop.
And
Yes,
that's a
you
quick
do.
way
Also,
for you to get run up on. Don't do that. Just like talking crazy to my mama, all of that extra shit that he did this week with the trying to out her dead name and talking about her name being on the deed of the lease, you would have had to come see my face behind
But
actions. Those actions can get you hurt in real life.
but that
Mm-hmm.
goes back to the contradiction of these fans again, because they are, oh, when King Payne does it, it's totally fine. If anybody,
Yep.
here's a good example. When everybody wasn't fucking with Andre at the beginning of the season, and I called King Payne out for being extra about the LLC, I needed to mind my business. I need to shut the fuck up. Hershey's fake, blah, 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 all this. The second King Payne and Andre became cool, and everybody was against Nicole. And because I was cool with Nicole, well, Hershey, why you ain't saying anything? Speak up. You need to talk. Just a few weeks ago, y'all told me to mind my business.
Yeah.
Which one
And
is it?
see, this is the thing for me. I'm by the end of this season, I was thoroughly turn that light on, baby cakes. I was thoroughly confused. Like for Andre, and I like Andre. Me and Andre have talked. We've had wonderful conversations. However, where you going? Plug it up. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. But my thing is, they literally stole the LLC to your business. And you are sitting up there with them all buddy buddy, like it's us against the world. We are all mad for you. We are all F them for you. And you are sitting up there like they got my back against anybody. I was confused about that whole thing. How were you buddy buddy with somebody who would do that to you? You know what
I
I'm
kind
saying?
of I kind of felt the
So
same way with Jayla and Andre too. It's like I'm not gonna be
yeah.
friends with somebody that tried to fight me.
And she was the one, if I'm not mistaken, and
Who
help me
initiated it?
remember. Okay, thank you. I was
Yeah,
okay
she
because I
initiated that last year. It was two incidents last year that I felt like Jayla initiated. But in both instances, I think she was drunk.
It gagged me because I didn't think she was that smart.
and see what I remember is isn't she the one who came to that said reunion with the LLC? She actually had the paper in her hand, then she and just pulled it out on Andre.
Mhm.
Or am I confused?
So the
Hershey, you
No,
credit,
that's
there?
what happened.
the credit I
That's what
did
happened.
give Jayla, the credit I did give Jayla is she was humble enough to come to Andre and apologize and say what I did was fucked up. She did do that, so I gave her grace for that. Um, but yeah, like me and King Payne, I'm not cool with Jayla right now because she does too much. So I'm chasing Vegas, whatever. Me and King, like I feel like Andre feels the same about when it comes to me and Nicole. Honestly, like everybody picks who they friend, who you Jeff with, and who you Jeff with. So like,
Yeah.
just like I don't understand his relationship with Jayla and King Payne. I just he don't understand my relationship with Nicole and Rich Bomb. So I let that be what it is because I am cool with Andre, but I was feeling the same way. Like where did this buddy shit come from? This is new.
Okay.
That's what it felt like for
Very
me
made
too.
for TV.
And it and I just like that bugged me the whole. I'm all for if you men fences, bring me that hair. You men fences, and things are right. I'm
Mm-hmm.
with it, but to go hard as they're going, and I actually had to check myself and like, wait a minute now. Is it this? But why is this? I was so confused by that. Like, I just felt like they were all doing too much because just one season ago it was hate Rich, and now this season is let's hate Nicole. Me and Nicole have had our conversations, and I understand why she gets the heat. But I just felt they were doing too much, and if y'all was still trying to wrap up LC. But that was just me.
My only issue with Nicole, and I have spoken to her several times about this, it's just a personality quirk because she is under the mistaken impression that you can fun shade strangers that you don't know, and that's not what that is. And that'll get you cussed out and your feelings hurt, fooling.
We talked about that, and me and
People.
Nicole, believe it or not, because everybody think I'm saying nothing to Nicole. Me and Nicole have talked about that too, and it's like we grew up around a certain gay community. Like I grew up around old drag queens and all that stuff, so I got shaded by people I didn't know all the time. It's just something I become accustomed to. But like we chatted about, like everybody just can't take that. It's too much for everybody. Like especially with people on this cast who are, people get sensitive real fast. They don't mind throwing
Like
the
the
shade,
comedy
but
show.
they get sensitive.
Right.
I'm sensitive because I'll be like, who the fuck is you talking to?
And in full
Right.
I don't even know
disclosure,
you.
right. And in full disclosure, Abby and I can speak to this because we've been around this chasing reality platform since I've been around since day one. And me and Abby can speak to this. We had this same conversation with Markel season 2 of Chasing Dallas. And Markel is
Mhm.
my boy. Like I love Markel and I'm cool as hell with Markel. But me and Abby, we had to tell him, we said it in our reviews and everything. And I was like, you doing too much. Like the shade is not like you are literally shading somebody you just met. It's not cute. Because
Yeah.
again, as a viewer,
Yeah.
it was like, damn, like a couple of jokes here and there is one thing, but it's like, because like even the other night, I'm gonna tell you a perfect example, Hershey, and this goes back to like you said, the fandom.
Mm-hmm.
When I did my live review last week, Rico, who I love Rico, and Rico know I'll tell him this to his face. I love Rico. Rico was going up because him and Nicole are cool. He was going up for Nicole and defending this whole Dollar Tree, dollar store thing. And I was like, Rico, you are really grasping at straws. She was shading the girl for no damn reason. Who cares whether she had just had surgery or not had surgery? She talking about the girl is in the Dollar Tree. We're talking about the Dollar Tree. You done went there. Rico done went all the way down Robin Hood's bond and was talking about her surgery and whether she should have showed us the surgery or not. I said, we talking about the Dollar Tree, Rico. How you get to Dr. Miami? We talking about, but like you said, people get so caught in who they like and who they defend. And like I said, I
Yeah.
love Rico, and Rico loved me, and he know it is what it is. But it happened. I mean, it happened on the damn show. But
I will say this too, like you got to get prepared for it. Not everybody can, and that's something I actually learned this year. Like if your what you do or your personality or whatever is something that people are not accustomed to, you just got to be ready to explain that. It just is what it is. Like people, everybody watched last season and just want me to be this meek and mild, dollar sign, frail ass. Oh, I got HIV and I'm sitting in my corner and don't nobody talk to me. I'm hurt, and that's never been who I was.
now that's what I was about to say on HIV. I ain't gonna lie.
I picked up on that
I mean, not
I
that
did too.
yeah. I mean, not that. I mean, we should forget about it because it's not who you are. But because, like you said, it never even came up this year because that's not who you are. It's not how you identify.
And it's just, I think people want me to be, I don't know. They made up this quiet, don't say nothing, meek and mild person last year. And it is like, I'm trying to get over it because people going to have their comments regardless. But it's like the way they talk about me in the comments, I'm like, I don't know you, girl. Like, where are you getting this information from?
Right. Wendy, you ain't lying. Listen, now I will say this. Nicole, I gave you a hard time this season, but that damn Malibu's Most Wanted had me die every time she said it. I cackled.
Because it was spot on.
I ain't gonna lie. Every time I said it, I cackled. I ain't gonna lie.
As soon as it came out of her mouth, the image in my head flashed directly to that movie.
Malibu's Most Wanted. I said, you know what?
Listen,
Quantas
I don't have a
he
problem with
laughed at it
that.
too.
And when
He
he
laughed
stood
at it
up
too. They
on
just
her,
didn't put in an edit.
listen,
Wait a minute, now
when
he
he
laughed
stood
at
up
it
on her like
too.
he was finna do something, I said, I hope she ball up her fist and knock his head in between the refrigerator and the wall.
Pretty much.
That's
Listen,
right.
I'm not biased. I can tell I can have a problem with this one behavior and not throw the baby out with the bathwater and say you're a horrible person. That's not may not be that one thing doesn't encompass all of who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now
Exactly.
I know you deserve enough respect for this nigga not to stand up on you like he was finna do something. And I feel that exact same way about how Poetic acted with Jayla.
Yeah, I
Why
think
you
poetic.
stand,
I
nigga?
think
What you
poetic.
standing up for?
And it,
I
The
think
fuck is
poetic
you
and
standing up
Rich.
for?
I think both of them. And again, you can be mad as hell as you want to Jayla and all of that, but I think both of
Uh-huh.
them had some real male energy. At like they really was about to put they like I really felt like that,
Like he was about
and
to
I
try to
wasn't
lay the
comfortable with that.
pause.
I said it once. I'm gonna say it again. He only did that because I don't think he sees her as a girl. Because
I
that
don't
he
Yeah.
Because I don't
Okay.
think if he and I were arguing like that, I don't think he would have gave me that same energy that he gave her.
but the thing is you wouldn't have done what that's what so I'm not defending him jumping up on her. However, comma. When somebody is constant, because that's the mood I had with King Payne. I'm just not about to get up on my seat. Like when people are constantly lying on you and spinning narratives and trying to make you look bad on purpose so they can look a certain type of way, it's going to frustrate you, especially in that room when you are forced to be around a group of people that you do not fuck with. It's like, do I think he was going to do something to her? I don't, but I understood his frustration because that is another situation that Jayla was in where somebody apologized and cleared the air with her multiple times, and then she gets back online and let the fandom gas her up, and she starts singing a different tune.
Right.
And I just don't think it's fair. What's bothering me is I don't think it's fair for her to be able to run her mouth and gab, gab, gab. And I'm not saying y'all, but like a lot of the fans let her get away with saying literally whatever. But then the second she wants to quote feel threatened, she gets to pull, well, I'm a trans woman and I'm just trying to make it in the world. And then we have to fall back in our seat. And I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's right. She can't keep doing it. She can't keep saying what she want to say and thinking nobody's gonna buck back up at her.
I
because
agree.
didn't she laugh at
Listen,
didn't
you
she
can
laugh
you
at
can get
William
an
about him
attitude.
standing
He
up
could
on the
have read
phone?
her. He could have read her from A to Z, and I
But
wouldn't have had
jumping
an
up in her
issue with it.
face was
I didn't have an issue until he tried to jump up. It was the aggression in which the way he was calling her a bitch and how he tried to jump up out of that seat. That's what was distasteful for me. Now, what the fuck is you doing, nigga? Because why is you
But
jumping
is
out
it
your?
because that's what I'm
Why is
saying? But
Jeremy
is it
sitting in your lap, my nigga?
that's what
Read
I'm
her
saying?
name
But
on
is
if
it
that's how
because
you feel. Cuss her out if that's how you feel. But you jumping out the seat like you about to come across here and do something to somebody, I have an issue with it. I
but
do.
that's what I'm saying. Why it like him jumping out his seat was too much, but literally the constant amount of disrespect that she was throwing at every single cast member on the opposite side of the couch wasn't.
I didn't say that.
I'm not saying you said it. That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't control what your emotion, like how she was emotional and saying like anything to everybody. His emotions was jumping him in and out his seat. I don't know. Something doesn't feel fair about the fact that she's a woman and can say what she wants to say, but because he jumped out his seat, everything that she did before that just kind of gets canceled out because she's suddenly thrown into a frail position because she's a trans woman. I don't think it's fair.
okay.
It
I
doesn't
can
sound
see
fair to
both
me.
points.
I
I
understand.
think it's
Here's
also
what
the
I
optics
know.
of the situation too. Because
You
even
better
if he
not
wasn't
talk to
gonna
me
do
crazy.
anything,
Listen, I was the good elder raised me when I am having interpersonal conflicts with people of the opposite sex. My mama raised me to know that don't jump up in a man's face unless you're willing to take the ass whooping from the man.
Facts.
I don't
Okay?
disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I don't even disagree with what you said about like Poetic being a little much when he jumped out the chair. I empathize with the frustration that he was feeling, and it's just like how much can a motherfucker take before it's like, do you like, damn?
Right. I understand. I understand wholeheartedly. But here's what I know.
You know
This,
what? Do you
nigga,
think?
I'ma
Because
shoot you.
oh,
So
I'm
you
sorry.
jump at me if you want to. It's not even going. I'm going like Medea. I'm going to my purse. If I'm real calm this whole time and I just let you just say whatever, and you done call me 17 bitches and a hoes and sluts and everything else, and then you jump up like you trying to do something to me before you can jump up out that. What happened?
That too.
I got nervous.
That too,
Baby,
Ebby, because the thing is, it wasn't just him. He wasn't the only one calling names. She was doing all types of, she done called Nicole different types of fat. All of us was stupid motherfuckers. This dumb bitch, that y'all dumb. She was
Oh, she
calling,
was definitely
I
she
tried
was
to
cute.
talk
letting
her
it
down in the
fly.
back. I
But
tried to talk her down in the back.
You know, we're gonna
But
have to brush up on your
you
canceling
can only
skills.
speak truth to and common sense to
mhm.
somebody who's inebriated and not listening to you for so like I could only do so much. I sat back there with the baby and tried to get her. I need you to calm down because you're doing too much.
But that's
Well,
my question
Trev
though.
said they
So
was drinking Ace of Spades and Douce. I'm sorry, it was nothing you was gonna be
I
able
ain't
to
getting
do.
no ace of spades. Well, all that was left when I got back there was some cheap wine and it was nasty. I'm mad about it.
You wasn't gonna be able to do no Ayana Van Zant with some damn Douce. Y'all better be lucky it wasn't no Hennessy,
Notice
because you know
Abby
Hennessy.
had the hard. She had the hard. She had Jayla. I had Andre. Andre really wasn't that hard. Andre was giving good TV. Andre knew what he was doing. Now I'm talking about when me and him were backstage. Now
yeah.
on the stage, that was a lot. That I didn't realize how long that had gone on until I had to watch it tonight. That
Wait,
shit
I
went on
use a
forever.
microphone.
But when we were backstage, Andre was just giving good TV. He knew what the hell he was doing. Jayla, on the other hand,
She was out in left field, and I was trying to, like the sheep heard a dog. I was trying to rein her back in. Like you going too far. Let me rein you back in, daughter. Let me rein you back in. But when she came back from during the mama segment, and she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Fuck her mama," and that. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, you now you done took me too far." And then I told her, "You need to apologize to that girl's mother." Because
exactly.
first of all,
Ooh,
you just had this whole conversation with me about how your mama gonna fight 10 bears and 16 giraffes behind you. Now you got a problem with that woman defending her daughter? That don't even make sense.
That's
That
what
don't
I'm
make
getting at.
sense to
That's what
nobody.
I'm getting at. She said all of that and then gets on stage and be like, well, as trans women, we need to stick together. It's like that's the shit that aggravates me. Off somewhere else, it's fuck you bitches this, fuck you bitches that. And then the second she's called to the table, I'm a trans woman. So you can't say that to me. You can't jump up on me. You can't talk to me like that. We're
Talking
dying
about
that in
last
Chris.
season.
But you
Don't
know
Yeah.
what?
Percy.
I'm gonna even
listen.
take it a step.
All I know is, just like jumping up out that seat at me is an offense to get you popped. So it's talking crazy to my mama.
It's a period.
I
Yeah,
don't.
Ooh,
I
that's
don't
the
do
right
that.
sentence that I would
I
gladly
don't. You
do.
can ask Sister Paula down to the church. I don't do that. Please don't. Please don't
Well,
put your
You
I'm
mouth
know
gonna
on
what?
take
my.
it.
Doing Sister Paula down to the church is
The
good.
woman that Abby tried to fight at the church, um,
It's
she said something about her mama.
she
Abby,
is
you didn't
kill.
fight nobody down at the church, did
Yes, she
you?
Good.
did.
Yes,
Listen,
I did.
true story. Listen,
I
true
absolutely
story.
did.
True story.
And let
This
me
was
tell you how I know
probably
the Lord loves even his stupid dumbass children. Because baby girl knew I was looking for that ass when I came to
listen.
Abby.
church. And she got
True
missing for a
story.
couple of weeks because she thought the anger was gonna die down and she was gonna be able to come back like nothing happened. Oh no, daughter, as soon as I saw you, come here. Let me
Listen,
holler at you in a
Hershey. True
Yes, ma'am.
story. This was probably about 2 years ago, and Abby put it in the group chat. Abby said, in the group chat, Abby said, "Pray for me that I don't have to fight this lady at church." No, first she told us what happened.
Have
And
mercy.
Abby ain't lying. She waited for that woman. She waited for that woman. And Abby said, "Y'all
I
pray for
waited for her.
me that I don't have to fight this woman at church today." Me and El Teddy and whoever else was in the group chat, we were like, "Ha ha," but no, it wasn't a ha ha. She was
It
serious.
wasn't a ha ha.
Not you outside. Not you said get off the bus, Rose.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She better be lucky I listened to the Lord because my first mind said, don't even speak to her. Just start whooping her ass. Don't have a conversation. Don't tell her what's wrong. Nothing. But the Lord was like, no, that's not okay.
Miss,
We going,
can I tell you? Can I tell you? Can I tell y'all a story that happened to me and LaSalle tonight?
Oh
ooh,
yes.
Literally
Oh
tonight.
Jesus.
The wildest shit that ever happened to me. I don't even know how to explain the experience. So we took there's this mall here in Los Angeles and it has a bounce house in like a whole like room with bouncy stuff. So we took the kids there today to make them tired. We're
Oh,
leaving.
that's the best.
Oh my God, it was wonderful because I'm showing up sleepy right now. But we took them to the McDonald's in the food court when we were leaving. They were tired, so I sat down at the table with them. LaSalle went to go buy the food. So we sitting down, and I'm noticing this older woman. She could be white or Spanish, white passing Spanish, whatever. She's watching us, but I'm paying her no mind. And then that's when Chasing LA stuff came on. So I started reading the comments and going through Chasing LA stuff. The lady comes over with these with a bag of fries and like damn near in my face and holding them in my face. And I said, "Excuse me," and she said, "For the children." And I said, "No, it's okay. We're gonna eat. Their father's buying them some food right now." She said, "Oh no, they can. They look hungry." I said, "I promise you, they're good. We're just, she trying to be a good Samaritan. So I ain't giving her too much yet." I'm like, "They're good. He's buying them food now." So she like stood there for a second, and I stared her down. So she finally walked away. Literally, as she seats herself, LaSalle walks over with all the McDonald's. So we make them eat first before they drink, because they drink their juice up too fast and they're gonna be hungry. So they sitting there eating their food. The lady comes back again. Like I'm reading the comments. I see a hand reach and touch our cups. Like she grabs one of their cups and tries to take it out the thing. So I slapped her hand. And I said, "Excuse me?" She said, "They're thirsty." I said, "Ma'am, if you don't back the fuck up off my table before we have an issue." She said, "I'm not trying to talk to you. These kids are hungry." I said, "Bitch, they eating. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. We got this." She said, and she starts arguing with me. She said, "No, they clearly are thirsty. Look at them. They're trying to drink." I said, "And they can't drink right now, but that's none of your damn business." And I looked at LaSalle and said, "Can we go? Can we go, please?" So LaSalle is like, "Yeah, let's go." I said, "Because I'm about to knock this old bitch into," and now I'm yelling. So now the ball is looking at us. I said, "Because I'm about to knock this old bitch into cardiac arrest." She's talking about, "So who are you? And who do you think you are?" I said, "No, who the fuck do you think you?" I said, "Let's go, let's go, LaSalle." I said, "Take you and you get that wig and you get the fuck out my face. You just make sure them kids eat." I said, "You make sure you make it home tonight, bitch. You mind your damn business." We had to storm out the mall.
That story would have ended so
I ain't
differently
never
for
seen,
me.
because we do the same thing to
You
my
got some.
nephew.
Ooh, you got. Ooh,
We
the
do the
Lord
same
has
thing
blessed
with my
you.
nephew. We don't let him drink, because he'll drink, like you say, he'll drink everything and then he
He'll
won't
drink
eat
it all.
nothing.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
I told her, "Sarah, no, I felt like it was the fact that I popped, like you could hear the pop. I popped the hair. I know her. I know that lady hand is red and her veins are like throbbing because I popped the fuck out of her hand for touching my stuff."
So you should
But
have.
that's why I said, "Let's get up out of here. Let's get up out. I'm getting hot. I'm getting
Oh
hot.
my
we
God.
got to
Those of us
go."
with
We
breast
got to go.
issue
But
knows
you
when
know what? I'm
your
gonna
whole
take it a
body
step
temperature start to
further.
go up, it's a problem.
Right. But going back to what you were saying, and I said this last season,
The
and
audacity.
because I'm I'm not part of the community. Sometimes I'm very careful about what I say, because I don't want to offend nobody, and I don't want nobody to be like, "Well, you can't speak on this because you ain't
Yeah.
whatever." But
Uh-huh.
if but what you said bothers me, that because Jayla, I do feel like Jayla does hide behind, but I'm just
Yeah,
a trans woman.
weaponizes.
But you know what else she does that bothers me, and I've said this in my reviews as well. I'm not being a hypocrite. The
Mhm.
ageism thing bothers me too, because
Mm-hmm.
whenever she has a conflict, it's always, "Well, you old bitches
Oh,
this and you
bitch.
old
Yeah.
bitches that." But
Listen,
then
you
on the
be
flip
blessed to
side
be
is,
old.
but
Oh.
right, but then on the flip side is,
Speaking of
"Well,
the
you
elder,
should be trying to mentor me. You should be taking me under your wing. I'm your little
Mhm.
sister. You can't have it both ways. You can't shade me for being an old bitch, but then want my wisdom
Mhm.
because I'm an old bitch. Like you can't." And it's the
Uh-huh.
same thing with the whole trans thing. You can't you can't come off one way and then hide behind being a trans when you get a response.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I
Absolutely.
have a problem with that.
I
And she
think
did that
so.
last season as well.
And this is for the people watching who claim I hate everybody on the left side of the couch so bad. I always see both sides. The only reason Jayla shades everybody else for being old is because it's the only thing she feels like she has over us. It's the only thing she feels. So if she can't shade, what else could she say about Nicole? She can't call Nicole ugly. She
You
can't call
cannot.
she can't call Nicole ugly. She can't call her broke. She
No.
can't call her untalented because she got her own shop. So literally the only thing is I'm younger than you. And a lot of these children feel like, that's a thing,
Right.
because I, was born after you. Ooh, and it's whatever. That's
See, that's
why
when
I
your
got the shade.
immaturity and lack of wisdom comes into play. Because
Exactly.
the only thing you can look at me and say is you're old. That shows your immaturity and it shows your lack of wisdom. Because if you had some wisdom, the reads will come no matter how old she is, how
Mm-hmm.
young she is.
Okay. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna be done because I don't want this to turn into no Jayla thing. But I'm gonna need Jayla to remember how old she is before she. Okay.
25,
I'm gonna need
26,
her friend
27,
too.
Because
28.
it goes between 20. Pay attention. It goes between 23 and 25. Her,
Oh,
her
I thought
age
last season she
always
was
changes.
22.
Child,
Right.
she over that hill.
It always changes, child. It always changes. So I'm gonna need her to remember how old she is
But that's
before
the
she
same
okay.
thing
starts
with
trying to
King
play
Payne and
some.
him trying to read Hershey. You trying to talk about Hershey said you was old, but no. All he says that y'all too old for what y'all was doing.
And let
Right,
me
And you older than me. Then
right,
you gonna go to your
exactly.
comedy show and then say you what was the joke? I'm 21 for the ninth time or something like that. So you 30. You trying to well whatever,
that's what I'm saying. I said, I said, me and you the same. First of all, quote unquote old. I don't have no problem with being quote unquote old. 30 is not old. I don't see that
I don't
by
think
any
30 is
means
old
old.
Right,
either.
I'm
As
about to be
somebody
And look
who,
at
32
these.
next week.
And
but
Like
look at
right,
these
as somebody
rappers.
who's
A lot of
32
them
is
ain't
in my
making it
rearview
to
mirror.
30.
So
that's what I'm saying. So I don't see that as a read. But the only people that are bothered by certain read, like you can't shade me with stuff that I know about myself. So the only people that are getting mad at shades this year are people that feel some type of way about it. You can't call me broke because my rent is paid.
Yeah.
You can't call me untalented because I'm booked. You get like I don't those reads don't bother me. It don't mean nothing to me. The only reason he was upset about that comedy show is because it didn't go how he wanted it to go either. And they did their
Oh,
best to edit it. They did a really good job editing it. I didn't say King Payne was not funny. He just needs more time. That's not shade, that's the truth. Like you just got started. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Same thing with Jayla. She's pressed about Miss Nicole saying what she said because she felt some validity in it. She's mad. Nicole not mad about being called old because Nicole don't care about being older than her. Just you can't shade me with my truth. I already know.
okay. I do have one question, and it kind of is a whole cast thing because the season and the reunion to me hit on two different spectrums. You know what I'm saying? The season was so not the season, the reunion was so just everybody on 10, everybody really ready to heal each other. And the
Yeah.
season really wasn't giving that. Do you feel like and I'm
I,
I have my answer, but do you feel like the after shows and these panels and these lives are the catalyst that really set things on fire?
I feel like those coupled with the fact that we were filming so long. By the time we got to the end, if you notice after Palm Springs, we never filmed together again because we were literally all exhausted of each other. Like there was no resolution that was going to be had because we didn't want to see each other. So I believe when you mix that, like, because we filmed for a year, like we started.
Oh,
I filmed my first scene 2 weeks ago last year,
That's a
Mm.
and
lot.
ooh,
and I didn't stop. My last scene was October 15th. That was the last thing I
ooh.
filmed for Chasing.
Damn. Well, and
That's a
Dario
lot.
said on his live yesterday, well, I don't know if you were over there. He was like, no more year long. He said, no more. Like, we're not doing this again.
That was
Yeah,
that. I
3 to 6
think
months
that's
is
what.
fine.
Yeah, I think that's what kicked our ass. It was a very long time, and then mix those lives in and stuff that was happening. People, if you watch the green screens, people were changing their green screens to fit how the audience was feeling
Mm.
about certain cast members. It wasn't how they were
Mm.
feeling at the time, and then so it was so much going on at one time. That's why this last maybe after Palm Springs, I felt like the show seemed rushed, and that's because we weren't filming for the last like 6 months, other than like bits and pieces here and there.
Right, because
Wow.
the whole situation introducing Poetic Boyfriend was fairly recent, right? Because he just had his birthday in August.
Introducing his boyfriend was recent. Us knowing of him wasn't. We knew about that man since. Well, I knew about the boy. I knew about not the boyfriend himself, not them about them being partnered, but I knew of him since I met Poetic. Like his name
Okay.
floated around, so I knew he existed. But I met him like once or twice before he even got to camera.
Got you.
That's lovely.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
care about Poetic in his love life, but I don't. I don't.
I think that's what kind of messed us up too. I think there was not enough. And again, this is no shade to Q because Q and T Watson can only do so much. Plus, we lost a camera person. I don't know what happened to the other camera person we had. But they
Rachel,
can.
you talking about Rachel?
Rachel, yeah, I didn't. I don't know what
Didn't
happened to
she
her.
go to another franchise or something?
She
She
is.
is.
He
She
went to that
is.
franchise that's gonna be on Tubi
She's on
Mm.
there. Yeah. So who knows when that's coming out? But I don't know what happened to her.
Yeah.
when
Um.
Oh.
Jesus come back.
I about to say that's coming out when
I'm gonna stay
when
quiet.
Jesus comes.
I'm gonna stay quiet too. Oh Jesus, I
But
know.
I can say whatever I want to
Whew.
say. I done already
I
got cussed
can't.
out by
I can't.
Kale,
As a
so
part of the Queen's Council, it's been proven that I cannot say whatever I want to say because then people get mad.
Hell,
Miss Ebby, you be acting up.
hell.
she
Wait,
do.
wait.
You
No,
be
you
acting
can
What?
say
up,
what
Thing
you
Mama
want
Ebby.
to.
because
You can say what you
No,
want to
I
Kenny, I
say.
gotta
don't.
Just
have
don't
to
blame
You
it
go.
be
on
acting up,
me.
Mama Ebby.
I do
I'm
not
Blame
act
it
up.
on
I'm gonna have to
me.
call. Look, I'm gonna have to call you to the table. You've been acting up, beloved.
Oh, what I did? What I do?
Uh, I feel
I ain't
like
I
do
look,
nothing to
agree.
tell the truth. And what if
look. I
I'm?
feel
Look,
about you
I might tell
how
you a
the
joke, but I'm never gonna tell you a lie.
look. I feel
Hold
about
on,
you how the
Hershey.
fandom feel about me. Now I thought you were different.
Why would you think that? What would you listen? I try and tell people I'm mean and I don't like people and I'm violent.
I
Please, what
thought
I don't.
I
I
thought
try to
you
be
were
very
above
transparent. I'm a
all of
mean person. I
this.
don't
Everybody
like.
think Abby is the sweet one because she's usually the quiet one.
Ding
Mm-mm.
ding.
Woo.
That's why I
When
get
I
along
Mm-mm.
say
with her.
Hershey gave me not Hershey, Abby gave me everything and more I needed for the Queen's Corner because after that interview with Nunu, I just knew what she was gonna come through. But Abby, you are right. You can't say whatever you want to say because they're gonna blame it on my ass. Because I was just
Oh
trying to
shit.
figure
They
out.
will find a way to blame it
But,
on D. Lord, they'll
but
find a way to blame it
listen,
on
when
D.
I had that epic, because I went left, I really did. But it was
It
built
went
out of
wrong real quick.
a couple years of frustration.
Yeah.
And I was prepared. Listen, I'm always prepared to accept the consequences of whatever I got to say. Because what you gonna do? But be mad because you can't whoop my ass and you can't
Come on,
outcut
somebody.
me. So
And
therefore,
then see where we at now.
it's gonna be what it is. So I'm always willing to accept the consequences of whatever it is that comes out of my mouth. So I in the middle of the rant, I said this boy is going to cuss me out, and I'm okay with that
She
because I gave him the business.
Because
And
what
then
else
for
can
the
KL
next day
do?
to turn around and they talk about D is everything under the sun. And apparently the baby, yeah, it was fiery in his group chat about me. You know where it's you know who never saw anything about it?
you.
I
You
Ooh.
need to
know
watch
who
this interview
never
and
did
see what
nobody
you
ever
be.
came to my face to say anything?
I
I'm
would
right
say
here.
you.
You can say anything you want to me.
But you
Now
know
what
what?
I
I
say
don't.
back is a whole different story.
You know what? I still don't understand about that whole thing. Why everybody
They
feel
were
like
prayer.
I didn't have the right to cuss nobody out after that? I done been every type of fat bees in the world. You think I'm not gonna start cussing everybody out?
Mhm.
And then I
Listen,
look in the chat and be like, but shit about D. I said
Wait a minute,
I
D.
don't
He didn't
know.
call you a fat bitch, did he?
They call me every type of fat bitch,
child,
turkey
everything,
nut.
whole,
You know
all
They
that's
kind
low
of
hanging
things.
fruit. They think, listen, I keep telling people all the time, whenever people come for me, the first thing they want to do is call me fat. And
Lord have mercy.
I be trying to tell people, if you wanted to hurt my feelings with a fat
You,
joke, you needed to know me in middle school because that's the last time a
right.
fat joke bothered me.
Come on.
So I don't know what to tell y'all if y'all can't come up with nothing else other than I'm fat.
And that's when
That's
that's what
right.
I
not
told
gonna
myself.
bother me.
Listen, I'm fat and still fine, still
Come
prospering.
They
on.
can
Look,
The
probably
posture be
they can probably
rostering.
get your
I don't
man.
know what do you. They
look,
be
they
they be taking numbers to lift up the hood and slide up under here. So I don't understand what.
bloop, bloop,
I know
bloop,
that's right.
bloop. That's what I told him. I said, "Ho," I said, "I've been with the same man for 17 years. I'll be his hoe,
Listen.
be his dirty little
Hey.
slut, everything
Yeah.
he want me to be." When I say they made me pull
Oh,
over that
okay.
car,
We like
y'all
them type
know
of games. Wait a minute.
look, y'all know I was. And look, when I said, "Hold on, let me pull this damn car over," because now y'all finna feel it. My baby was like, "Oh my god, oh shit." She was in there like, "Oh my god, what happened? What happened?" I said, "You just cover your ears, turn your music up on your AirPods, cause this gonna go real left."
have
She,
mercy.
she turned that music off. I got the going off. Everybody was like, "Mute her." Ain't no mute me. No baby. Y'all done cussed me
Child.
out for a good hour. Ain't no mute me now.
Okay.
But but the King's Council came through last night and put the nail on the coffin. And that damn
I
Carl.
heard Carl. Listen. I heard Carl pulled the Ebby reviews and
Oh,
Went left about
Who
them
you get
people going to
together?
Tubi. So I listen.
Oh.
I'm
They
waiting
but
ain't
you
for
gonna
see
that.
pull
what,
up on
but
phone.
but you see what they did not do. You did not wake up to know Carl is a dot 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 dot. You see is radio silence.
Cause call will be at their door.
Girl, it's just that they don't like you because they cussed you out for something you ain't even say. Like
Look,
like I don't get
look,
it.
look. They don't like me, and like I told them, I said that's fine. But what you will not do is act for freaking food, because you know that food down in Atlanta gonna check all y'all. But then you want to know what's funny about the Queen's Council? So Carl done went off. Next thing we know, here come Hershey. That damn CBS. I was dying. Like, where did Hershey come from? Hershey came out of nowhere.
They played in my face, girl, but they paying me a good coin for wasting my time though after I cussed them out. So my bad, CBS. Thank y'all so much. It was a pleasure working for y'all.
Oh,
Yes, and
So
we
much.
hope to do it again sometime with more money. Thank you.
Hello.
Right.
The
Thank you
fee-
for the
the,
opportunity.
the price is different. The price today is not the price tomorrow.
right.
So please
Yesterday's
Right.
be
prices
Today's
are
advised.
not
price is
today's
not today's
prices.
price.
Come on, somebody.
When I say
Okay,
I
so
had
Also,
to
wait a
watch
minute.
I
that
would just like to
whole
say
price.
about your incident with that lady, it gave me very, oh, your children are so clean. Would you like to come work for me and be my maid?
Yes.
And the fact that
That's
you
yeah.
had and ball up your fist and punch her face so that she was in between the slide and the monkey bars is
I wish
wicked.
I would have. I wish I would have thought to pull out my phone because I cranked up. I said, "Bitch, don't do that." Like, and she gonna ask me, "Who are you?" I said, "Who are you?"
That's
Right.
the thing. Who does that?
That's some crazy shit.
She was sitting
Well,
there watching us the entire time. It was so like I thought she just thought, people think Pharaoh and Egypt are cute. So I don't mind them looking at Pharaoh Egypt because they pretty babies. But then when like you walk up on me trying to go talking about
You
some
doing
you
too much.
touching my baby's cups, talking
You
about some
know,
you go
people are homicidal. Listen, I'm crazy about my kids, but I'm homicidal about my grandchildren. Now, you can walk up on the scooter if you want. Listen, daughter, it's gonna be the last thing you ever do.
listen.
I
Y'all
can't.
know
I
how I feel about
refuse.
you know how I feel about my baby. You know I don't play
Listen,
with him.
Mm-mm.
die today, death to you.
I
What
don't
do
play
you
with
mean?
him. Well, I'm getting ready to shut this down. Listen, before we get out of here, make sure if y'all want more Chasing LA, y'all know TPD is live talking the
Oh.
reunion. The trailer for Trey Howard show was cute. I watched it. I'm definitely excited to see the show and see if you're familiar with the Chasing platform, you know Trey Howard, and I've always loved Trey Howard, even when I didn't always agree with Trey Howard. I've always loved Trey Howard. He's a little cutie over there doing his thing down in Dallas. So y'all please, December the 7th, that's like in 2 weeks. Y'all be ready to catch his show. I think it's gonna be cute. It's executive produced by my friend Markel Crazy Ass, who I don't know where he at right now, child. He's somewhere floating around. Um Hershey, you know that you always, no matter what we talking about, you know you always are welcome.
Always welcome.
And I
Thank you.
anticipate we've talked offline. I've anticipate talking to you about some other projects in the future, and I'm here for it. And you know the platform is here. Uh,
Yes.
when is the
Is it
Queen's
gonna be a
Council coming
part
back,
three?
D?
Huh?
When is the
There's
Queen's
gonna be a
Council
part
coming
three
back?
The
in
Queen's Corner is
January.
Queen's
coming
Corner.
back
I'm sorry, Queen's Corner.
the third week in January.
Okay, so y'all are on hiatus till 2023. And don't forget, Hershey is on the King's Corner. So y'all make sure y'all check
Council.
Hershey out over there on the King's
The King's
Corner.
Council. The King's Corner is a different
Oh
channel.
shit, the King's Council. Damn it, I can't keep up.
The corner is the other show that
I thought
That's
that
no
That we
longer.
imploded.
don't
I
speak
thought that
the
about.
show's
corner
over.
collapse. The corner
I'm about
Oh
to say, I
yeah.
collapse.
thought that imploded.
Yep. For reasons we
I mean,
all
we knew
we
that was
all
gonna happen, but
have.
whatever.
I'm done. Fix it,
Oh,
Holy
y'all didn't
Ghost.
know that was gonna happen? Oh, I could have told you.
Oh, we knew. And for the reasons why, the exact reasons that they imploded is the exact reasons we said.
And Soulful Dog, which is he is a faithful follower, subscriber to myself and to Abby. Thank you for coming up on the panel, love.
And to me too. We love you, Soulful Dog. Hello.
Yes, we love
And
Soulful
I love
Dog,
y'all
honey.
too.
Soulful
Follow
Dog is
Hershey on
important.
TikTok. Hershey has a YouTube channel now. Follow Hershey's YouTube
You
channel.
do?
She do?
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
do. I just I do.
Hello, Hershey.
I be forgetting to promote. I wasn't trying to promote it until I got some more videos on there because I'm a little late this week with the videos. But yes, I'm on YouTube
Local
now.
gay and straight people business. You
Local
getting
Oh,
gay
that's
and
what
the
it's
straight people
called.
business.
The
Yes.
local gay and straight people business.
No, it's his name, but that's part of his intro.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I know that's his intro logo on TikTok and on the Tiki Taki. Okay,
Come
well
on, Tiki Taki.
listen. The Tiki
I
Taki.
can't
I
lie.
heard somebody call it that one time, and I was like, the Tiki Taki. I thought
I
it was
just
hilarious.
subscribe, Hershey.
And then
Thank
people
you.
be like, then people don't understand why we both feel like we super old because Tiki Taki is how I refer.
Tiki
Taki.
Taki.
Okay, well, I had to subscribe, Hershey, and I had to I help you promote it and everything. We gotta get the stuff out there for the people to see,
I
honey.
Right.
appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. But
Because
thank y'all for coming up.
when
I'm
we
about
work
to
in
shut
your
it down.
booth at the RuPaul Drag Con, we need to know all of the things to do.
Listen, listen. That's
And
the next thing on
some
me and Abby.
prosperity into your life. Bless the
Child,
Lord.
keep me in your prayers, child.
Yes,
Listen,
that's the next thing that's
I'm
on
gonna need
Abby
me
and
a
I.
Hershey Jate t-shirt that says "Local Gay and Straight People Here."
Yes, honey. Yes. But that's the next thing that's on Abby and I's RuPaul checklist is DragCon, honey. I got to get to DragCon.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Yes.
Listen,
And you give when you see Cornbread, you give her a big old hug for me. She looked gorgeous at the Fenty Savage Fenty X child, whatever you say the shit. She looked gorgeous, honey. She looked gorgeous.
I'll let her know. She love hearing about herself.
Baby, she looked good, honey. She looked gorgeous. She looked gorgeous.
She do.
I okay, well let me get off here, y'all, because I gotta get ready to go to bed because
both
they
Oh, yeah,
want
of
me
that's
us,
to
right.
show
It's late for
look, they want
y'all.
me
we
to show up. They want me to show up at the schoolhouse and do some work tomorrow, child.
in the immortal words of Jayla Jaylon, we old, so we got to go to bed.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
look, I don't got to get
listen,
up at 6 in the morning, so I'm about
I
to
about to well, yeah,
slide
you
out.
don't, but child. And listen, Thanksgiving, we got let me tell y'all how crazy my schedule is next week for work. On one hand, I'm not complaining, but on the other hand, I'm like, it's stupid. Monday, we have a 2 hour early dismissal. Tuesday, we have a 2 hour early dismissal, and then we're out for the rest of the week. Why you couldn't just
Why
make us
even
go to
have it?
Have mercy.
well, no. How about just give us a full day on Monday and give us the rest of the week off? Why are you giving us 2 days of an early dismissal? That is
Oh,
stupid.
Jesus. That's how they do, child.
But I ain't even gonna complain because I don't work a full day next week. I just gotta get through tomorrow, and I don't work a full day next week. And I teach high schoolers, so I hit them with so you gonna be here next week or what? And and for the most part, they're pretty honest. Like, I ain't coming. Okay, listen, that's all I need to know. I'm gonna be here. I just need to know if I'm gonna be here showing a movie or if I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna have to actually work. Because if half of y'all
Right.
ain't coming, ain't no need me working. I put a movie on and keep it moving. Now I can put a movie on that's related to the subject that I'm teaching, but I'm just gonna put a movie on. My
Put a
psychology
movie in.
kids are
Play
already. I already
Hamilton
talked
for the
about my
children.
psychology kids a movie, huh?
Play Hamilton for the children. History
I am not
teacher.
playing. Oh, I could play Hamilton. Oh, we watching Hamilton.
Yeah, we are at this
Abby
point.
for
Meanwhile,
the
I'm trying to
win.
make sure that they
Abby,
got enough
no, no,
cheese
no,
at
no,
the
no. I'm
store
gonna
to
tell
make
you.
mac and
Listen,
cheese.
Abby for the win, and Abby been trying to get me to watch Hamilton for 20 years. Here's the thing:
I
I
just watched
do
it
when I show
yesterday.
a movie, it's always related to the content, and so my AP kids, we're at the Revolutionary War, and I was like, what can I
Ooh.
show them that's not going to bore them? That's dealing with the Revolutionary War. Now, even though this is a little bit further down the line,
Towards the end, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna make it work. We about it's a little further down the line. We're not quite at Hamilton yet, but I can make it work. Um, and then my psychology kids are gonna look at Mrs. Edwards' boys because we're talking about ethics and psychology, ethics and research, and that's a
Oh,
perfect movie. Either that or the Jax movie. So yeah, that's what I'm doing next week. But I just gotta get through tomorrow. I just gotta get through tomorrow.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
contrary to popular belief, Fridays are a pain in my butt. So
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
to hold on to some money so I can.
not all my school years are 9 years ago. I don't know what really be talking about. Morgan, first of all, 9 years ago is not that long. So I'm gonna need you to stop acting like that was a long time ago. Wow, that bored you. You know what? I can't do you. You know I love history and I can't do that. Moving on. I will talk to
All
y'all
right.
later. I'm going to bed. Mwah!
All right, bye.
See y'all later.
Finally, Hamilton. Don't do me, Jonathan. Talking about some finally Hamilton.
Justice for Hamilton.
Abby, you probably gonna get your wish. We're gonna watch Hamilton.
I'm so happy. I just watched it yesterday.
Of course you did.
Ma'am, don't do me. Don't do me.
Well, and that's the other thing. I'm going to get my hair done after work tomorrow, and then I'm hanging out with your brother. So I need to get some rest.
Which one?
El Teddy, he probably already here. His plane probably landed. He was on his way to the airport when I talked to him earlier. So he's probably.
Ma'am, do you know we're still live and we're having this conversation? Or did you mean to press the button?
I do know. Yeah. Well, everybody, El Teddy done told everybody he's gonna be in DC this weekend.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Oh no, I know.
Because we get to talking, and the next thing you know, it's been another 45 minutes, and we still alive.
Yeah.
Meandering.
But let me get off of here because I will be sitting here for another 20 minutes. Let me go to bed, child. I said I was gonna get off of here 30 minutes ago, and we kept talking and talking and talking.
That's what we do.
Am I going to do braids? No, I'm not going to do braids. I'm just going to get my hair done.
Now Wendy done called you Bully TV.
They started that shit over at Scotty on the Whether You Like It or Not panel, calling me Bully B. I am not a bully. Y'all gonna stop that Bully B shit. I am not a bully. Anyway, let me go to bed. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Night.
Hit the button so I can tell you this.
What you gotta tell me?